This video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and while supplies last, if you mention Saffron Olive in your order notes, we'll hook you up with a free Saffron Olive sticker with any Card Kingdom order.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Commander Clash. This week, we have a theme that is actually based around the guests that we have for today's episode. So I'm actually going to just introduce the guest first. We have today Olivia. She is known in the community, or you know her in the community, as an amazing cosplayer who has covered a lot of different MTG characters over her career. She has affinity for artifacts in real life as a professional metalsmith. And you can catch her playing Paper Magic, Commander Paper Magic, over on Twitch. You could also interact with her on Twitter and all sorts of things. I'm going to be leaving a lot of links to where you can find her in the video description below, so check that out. So thank you very much, Olivia, for joining. We're going to be doing a theme based on your cosplays, actually.
Yay!
Each of us have built a deck around one of Olivia's cosplays. So let's start off with Olivia. What commander did you choose?
I had to choose my artifact bay. I am playing a Breya deck. What a surprise.
Very nice. Yeah, I've seen the Breya. I personally love the Breya as, I would say, top two. Definitely top two.
Oh, yay, thank you.
So that was an excellent choice. Richard, what commander did you choose?
All right, I am playing Etrata the Silencer, and my win con is to assassinate your creatures until you die, so hopefully you're playing creatures.
Oh.
And there's some interesting cards in the deck to work around, because Etrata kind of shuffles back in the library after an assassination occurs. Mm-hmm. So I need to work around that to actually get the bounty hits done and to hopefully kill people. That's my goal.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's definitely some shenanigans we're gonna have to do to play around that pretty strong restriction. So that'll be interesting.
There's some fun tricksy stuff for Etrata, though.
Yeah, I remember discussing her with Seth at some point when it was released, and then we just maybe we saw her one time. Maybe Richard played her one time. I don't know. It'll be cool. I forgot, so it's going to be a surprise to me. All right, Seth, what commander did you choose?
So I have Atraxa, and I know that's probably going to make everyone kill me because that's usually what happens with Atraxa. But in all honesty, I tried to build a nice Atraxa deck. Not that that means anything to everyone, but I went more of a kind of a janky / enchantment themed Atraxa deck. I don't have planeswalkers or any of that kind of stuff, so I tried to do it a little bit differently, and we'll see how it goes. There's still plenty of proliferate shenanigans, and maybe can do some cool things with like sagas, for example. So we'll see what happens.
I really like having commanders that don't do what people expect them to. So I'm all in for a. Well, it looks like Atraxa, but it may not actually be this bad.
I like decks like that too. The only problem is if you have an overpowered commander, it's hard to convince the rest of the table sometimes,
Understood.
and
Yeah.
they still just kill you first, especially since I'm playing with Tomer and he wants to kill me first anyway.
Well,
so.
I don't hold grudges, but we all know what happened last game, so I may or may not play upon that. But I don't, yeah. Well, the best commander actually for holding grudges, I think, when somebody is disrupting your card draw, is actually my commander, I would say, Queen Marchesa. Queen Marchesa is the monarch. Brings one of my favorite mechanics, multiplayer mechanics, directly into the fold as part of the commander, the monarchy, the crown that everybody wants. It's sweet, sweet card draw in any sort of color, and everybody's fighting for it. I just love the dynamic of monarch, so picking Queen Marchesa was a no-brainer for me. This deck is it's a control deck. It's heavy on removal. There's a lot of good removal staples in the deck, but it's also a very political deck. It's all about working with your opponents against mutual threats and kind of encouraging them to attack each other, but not you. So I'm really excited for this. This is definitely my style of deck.
Sounds sweet.
Yeah. So with the deck intros out of the way, let's hop into the game. And it's a Dr. Anime. I really need to change that account. I keep saying that.
That is something else.
We have to go over this story with every guest. He has to deflect. Explain why this is a reasonable username.
Meanwhile, I watch anime every single night.
You can just wait until the season's over, and then you can be Goldfish guest.
I asked Wizards, actually, and they said you can't rename accounts, so I have to make a new one.
Oh, no.
Or just keep it.
I'm kind of wishing I had played creatures in my deck if it was going to be a monarchy game.
Yeah, how are you going to
So-
steal my crown?
I mean, I technically have a couple. I have a couple of creatures, but not as many as I would like to take the crown.
Maybe I will provide some creatures for you to fight amongst yourselves. For my amusement.
That seems like the opposite of what you'd want for being a monarch deck, isn't
Well,
it?
as long as you can't attack me, I'm fine with it. Ooh, this
1
game is
land,
nice.
2 land, 3 lands. Done. I'll roll with it.
2 lands and a flexible mana fixing ramp source. I like this one.
I don't have any flexible mana fixing ramp sources, but we'll see how much MTGO wants me to draw cards. So
No card draw, but I
it's
can.
all my
one
colors.
land
I
things.
can't say no to this.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same place. I can actually cast everything if I draw things.
All right, so Seth is good. Olivia's good. Richard, I heard a groan.
This is good.
I'm groaning
I'm
too
down to
technically,
6,
but
it's
I'm
good.
going through it. It wouldn't be me if I didn't keep a subpar hand.
All right. What do my lands do? Okay, this one.
So how long have y'all been doing Commander Clash? I mean, I know it's been a while.
Oof.
Oh God.
I want to say
Ooh,
5 years.
This is on you, Tomer.
I want to say
Has it
5
been
years.
5 years?
Okay, wow.
Or maybe
No.
4. It felt
It's
like
probably
a
close to
while.
there.
Yeah. I feel like that's
4 or
accurate.
5.
I don't know. I'm sure editor knows, and he'll just throw it in and be like, say Tomer is wrong on the screen. Like, Tomer, you had one job.
Have we really been doing this for 5 years?
I want to say, I've been
It's gotta
writing
be
on the
close to
website
it.
for 5 years. I feel like we've started Commander Clash shortly afterwards, so 5 or 4 years. Yeah.
This is what, season 8? And there's
Yeah.
usually a little less than 2 seasons in a year, probably.
Okay.
So it's got to
Yeah.
be at least closing in on 4 at least.
Sounds about right.
You know what
Wow.
blows my mind? Like 2010 was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that.
It's
Yeah.
not
2000
okay. It's
was
really
like
not
20
okay.
years ago.
It's not okay.
It's really not okay. It's not okay.
No, okay at all.
It happens with
Getting
Magic
old.
stuff too, where things like that. I don't know. I think of like Sphinx's Revelation or some of those old standard decks, and they feel like they were not that long ago. But then when you actually look at when that was happening, it's like, oh, 7-8 years ago now. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had that
I'm
moment with
getting
like
so
Theros. So I was
old.
like, wow, we're returning to Theros so soon. It's like, meanwhile, it's actually been like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right.
Oh my goodness.
Makes sense.
Oh, I can't. All right, I'm just gonna crack this so I can.
Do it.
So I can.
You're now
F8.
vulnerable to my strip mine. Good.
I don't have strip mine this week. I always play strip mine.
Yeah, I know you always play strip mine, Seth.
You know what I do have? A brand new land that I'm excited about.
Ooh. Oh, they're online. No, I forgot
The
to.
Triumphs? Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
I forgot
totally
to put any
forgot
Ikoria
too.
cards. Oh,
I have a.
Didn't
I have a few.
even think about it. Oh my goodness.
missed opportunities.
Well, you know what, everyone? This is why we're scrubs.
It's
fine.
This is why Seth's a professional, and we
Exactly. And the rest of us just kind of show up if somebody asks nicely.
Look, you know what? This is what you get, Seth, for cracking your fetch line too soon.
I
Boom.
actually do want lands in my graveyard. That
Well-
actually does matter.
That's very unfortunate, and I feel even better about my decision right now.
Did you know it's Dr. Anime's main phase? Yes, I did. Thank you. I have nothing
You can't
to do.
reveal
I'm
my
tapped
screen
out.
name. No, it's
Oh,
blocked
that's
out.
right, because we usually cover it on.
Oh,
yeah.
shoot. I'm so sorry.
No,
Most people don't
everybody
know
knows,
his screen
everybody
name.
knows. I
No,
actually
people have to
posted
know
on
it,
Twitter
don't
one
they?
time, like, how does everybody know that I'm Dr. Anime online when I everybody just do it play testing for budget
Oh, okay.
commanders? And
Right.
well, you post it everywhere. So
And you
It's like
stream.
you made fun of yourself.
and I
Oh,
probably
yeah, that'll do
mention it in every single episode, which I keep promptly forgetting about.
Can we talk real quick about how we need more commander lands?
Commander
We do.
lands.
Like,
We need
these
the rest
battle
of
bond
them.
lands were
Ugh.
the best. They need to finish the cycle and put
Yes.
them in all the precons, because I don't know why we get terrible lands we never use when those are literally commander lands.
I was shocked that they didn't actually put it in Commander 2020. That seemed like a no-brainer to me. Like,
Thank
these
you.
are
I
multiplayer
agree.
lands. Where else are you going to put them?
Right? In Modern Horizons too? I don't, like, why would you, come on.
I bet it'll be in the Commander Legends set later this year.
I hope so.
I feel like.
But then where are they going to put the fetches, Seth? That they said they're going to reprint the fetches?
God, please don't. No. Oh my God.
Secret Lair Commander lands coming
Yeah,
to you.
Secret Lair.
Secret Lair.
You want the final
ally
set?
Fetches. Oh boy.
No. I honestly, like, I won't lie. I'm a little bit nervous about what Commander Legends is going to bring to the table. I not in a bad way. Like, well, kind of in a bad way, actually. I'm scared of what it could entail. It may be too much, I feel like.
I am a little worried too. There are like trends.
I think I'm more afraid of them doing something like putting all the fetches in there, so all of a sudden it becomes prohibitively expensive. It gets bought out everywhere, and they're like, this was a resounding success. Like, people really just actually trying to get the fetches.
I can't imagine they'll go overboard with it. Like, if they put bond lands, which I expect them to put bond lands, I don't think they'd also put fetches, just because they can't make it too good, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm like also just worried about more like commander staple, force staple stuff. I don't know. The more I think about it, even like the freeze if you have your commander cycle, like those are not particularly egregious, but it seems like there's more and more cards that like specifically are built to be commander staples, and like if we keep doing that and we keep getting more sets, pretty soon, like I don't even know if you'll play any normal cards. You'll just play like cards that are specifically built for commander, which I mean I guess is fine, but it feels like, I don't know, commander always feels like the format where you're supposed to be able to just like play whatever you want, so the more like auto includes there are,
yes,
I don't know, the worse it feels to me personally.
I could not agree more. Like, I know I mentioned it on Twitter on a thread Vince Pleasant Kenobi did, but I don't mind, like, when it was just, you know, you get 5 decks a year and there's maybe 17 new cards total. Yeah, that's fine. Like, we've got standard, we've got every, you know, supplemental product that's not in the main rotation that we get to draw from, and these things are still that are never meant to interact or anything. We get to put together and build something really cool with it. When things are just, well, here, we're going to hand everything to you. It's like, it just feels like it's homogenizing and not as fun to get creative. That's just, I mean, I know it's my opinion.
That's just like modern legacy where they're like, oh, we're going to focus and make Modern Horizons, but we'll just define the metagame for you.
That was a well-timed Arcane Signet, Homer.
Huh? Yeah.
That was like the perfect time to play that Arcane Signet.
Exclusive cards. Hey. Hello, Arcane Signet, new staple. I agree. It's so weird that the fact that they're printing more cards specifically for Commander, actually, instead of, you know, diversifying the format, it has the exact opposite effect, where like if you're in a multicolor deck, now one of your cards is going to be Arcane Signet because it's just so effective. Maybe a green deck might not, but like then 3 color, 4 color, 5 color, even in a green deck, why not? Arcane Signet's the best.
For sure. I think one of the things that would be, that almost feels like it's getting lost is like if they just design really solid playable cards for standard, for modern, for whatever other formats, like we'll make them work in Commander. Exactly. We'll be fine. We can absolutely deal with perfectly good playable cards. Like that's part of the fun.
The format started with the Elder Dragons, which are horrible.
Yes.
So if you could make the whole format work based on the Elder Dragons, I think Commander players will make do with whatever Wizards prints.
Well, that was also the main appeal of it, right? Like at the beginning, people were like, all right, there's all these competitive formats where, you know, you're only allowed to play with like such and such really good cards. Let's play like a super janky format that runs all these like old nostalgic cards that you never would play ever. You wouldn't play them back in the day in like, you know, block or standard or whatever the formats of the time were. You wouldn't play them now for sure because, you know, they're jank, but here's a format where you can actually play with these cards, and they're quickly becoming just like outclassed in every single way by all these pushed cards. So
exactly. I'm just worried about it being a little too tailored. Like I don't think that the designers should ever have to, you know, worry about Commander or think about it. It's like, design good cards. We'll take care of the rest. Like we got it.
But
Promise, we got it.
I know they agree with us on that too, because I keep reading like Mark Rosewater's posts on like frustrations on like basically they want to design such and such cards and they want it for standard or they want it for whatever, but they can't because it's like, oh, this doesn't work well in Commander because it's not like a legendary creature or it has a restriction that doesn't fit, you know, like
don't worry about it. We got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
But I guess if he's not calling the shots on that, if somebody else is telling him what to design, that I can understand is incredibly frustrating from a design point of view. But it also is frustrating for us because we're like seeing all these cards. That,
I'm playing an artifact deck. What do you want from me?
It does say artifact on the card.
Okay.
It does.
Sure. I have like a healthy fear of Emery from like Modern and other formats. Whenever I see Emery, like, oh no, this is gonna be really bad.
I have a pretty healthy fear of Emery too, if I'm honest. And I play her mainly because I'm always terrified of milling myself things I might want or need later.
Aww, like those
hi,
cards.
Dead Eye Navigator. Bye, Dead Eye Navigator.
Well, you got one artifact.
I did get one artifact that I can't cast for a hot minute, but you know, it's all good.
I've tried to make Emery work in Standard, and that's my greatest frustration is trying to make Emery work in Standard and then never having it work. They had like a mono blue artifacts, and it's so sweet when it works, but it never. This control decks just were like, board wipe, bye.
Just kidding.
Speaking of frustrations, I'm going to take it a little bit out on the Emery. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
why
I'm
are you
sorry.
doing that?
I need to be the monarch.
Well, you already are the monarch. We totally believe you when you say you don't have to exile my creature
All right.
It's not a May effect.
I don't really like you becoming the monarch. I don't care about the Emery.
What do you mean?
I don't care for this.
I don't have creatures. You're going to be the monarch just for like forever.
I wasn't even being mean with Emery. Like I just put in a Chroma's Memorial in the yard and I can't play it yet. Like that's totally fair magic.
Emery will come back as soon as somebody else becomes the monarch, which is going to hopefully be never because I intend to rule forever. The crown, yes.
Well, it's time to overthrow the monarch. Who's with me? Sharpen the guillotines, friends.
Long live the queen!
The queen is dead. Long live the queen.
Yes, my favorite trigger in Dungeon Gathering. Draw a card.
I am so excited I made those monarch tokens. I carved those out and I'm getting prices for the casting right now. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
So you've got the crown on one side and then Marchesa's Black Rose insignia on the opposite side.
Do you have an estimated time that you think it's going to be done?
As soon as I can lock down a caster, because a lot of places aren't really doing stuff right now because it requires people to be in close quarter for the most part.
Right, yeah. That time.
As soon as I get a caster, it's probably like a 2-week turnaround tops, and then I'm gonna set some big bronze crown coins into the wild.
So I think it would be fair to say that considering we record, weeks ahead of time, it's possible that these crowns are already ready. So if you're watching this, maybe poke Olivia and see what's up with them.
Do it just to make sure that I get them done too, because I want them to be real. And I had made coins for the return. So it's a little Theros return mask on one side. And then the flip side is a Dead Eye Navigator for Athreos from the Theros block. So you can put coins on stuff that it's coming back.
Oh, it's whenever it attacks, but you're not exiling my house shield, right? You want to do that, right?
No, never.
I think Monarch is like a really good example of the opposite of what we were talking about, where it was like a mechanic that made a lot of sense in the set that was in because but it also is like really fun. It's like one of my favorite multiplayer mechanics. I just love the element it adds to the game.
So
like,
great.
I don't know. Some of the best things come from not trying to maybe make the best like commander mechanic to some extent, because Monarch feels like it happened naturally, but it turned out like so awesome and just so much fun.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I guess maybe some people who play Pauper are a little bit undecided with it, but in terms of like Commander, its impact in Commander, it's my favorite. It's my favorite like multiplayer mechanic they ever made. Like Will of the Council and all that stuff are great too, but this is my ultimate favorite one. card draw is just really nice. It gives like any color access to card draw, extra card draw. Like, white needs help, so this is a nice way of giving them help. But also just like that dynamic, like forcing people to attack, making the game like progress in that way. It's just so fun. And it's
so what do you guys think about like when people say, hey, if we're playing a Commander game and totally stinks because you're the last person to play and maybe everybody's exploding, what do you think about the like sometimes floating out their proposition of giving player 4 basically the monarchy, that they start with being the monarch?
Oof.
Okay, that's
why player 4?
That's already telling right there.
Player
honestly.
2 and 3 also go later than player 1.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd have to look at the actual math of it. Like, I wonder what the like numbers are on being. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure like Command Zone or someone has done something on this, and I haven't seen it. But I wonder like how big of a disadvantage actually is it to be 4th as far as win percentage. I will say, I think that having the monarchy involved in every game would be really fun. Like, that's the thing I do like. Would it be like too much of a benefit for going last?
There's also the argument of maybe the first person that deals combat damage in a Commander game becomes the monarch. So it's just kind of like implied that it's there, and whoever draws first blood takes it.
Yeah,
there are variants, obviously, but
I definitely am not opposed to Monarch like being involved in every Commander game, because I just really love what it does to the game. Whether or not I want the person who goes 4th to just like automatically get it, I don't know. It feels like you would get at least a few free draws in a lot of games, unless people start playing a lot more like, I don't know, Goblin Guides and stuff to try to like steal the monarchy.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I really like the idea of Monarch just being part of every single game, because I just love the mechanics so much. I would be a little bit afraid if maybe it loses kind of its specialness a bit if it is in every single game. But I would also be worried that if you're 4th player, it might be too good of an advantage, because a lot of decks and commanders don't really have creature pressure for the first 3 turns. So I could see somebody just getting the monarch and then drawing like 3 cards off it before anybody can really oppose it.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you think about the hybrid rule? I know that's one that I've been talking about a lot lately.
I mean, part of me, I think it's one of those things where like the way I play and the people I play with, I don't think it would be a problem in my play group. However, I can see situations and places where that wouldn't be the case, or where, I think that's one of the hardest parts with the whole Rule 0 thing is that the expectation we want to set with the rules is if you are sitting down with strangers, everybody has a shared understanding of something. And if you want to modify it from there, awesome. You're taking the time to interact with your group and figure out, hey, I'm actually okay with us ignoring this rule or playing this instead, and being a mutual understanding. But when you all come to the table, it's like, hey, this is kind of the baseline everybody's expecting. So I think because of that is one of the reasons it's probably good for hybrid to behave slightly differently. And I know, I'm too new and not deep enough into a lot of different card interactions. I say too new. I'm still been playing like 6 years, but too new, and like don't have like the same understanding or have worked with a lot of these hybrid cards, because I've never seen them legal in Commander. So it's like I just never even consider them.
Yeah, no, that actually makes a lot of sense, and I think that is a good point, especially with like command zones at Magic Fest and all that kind of stuff, where it feels like we're in a time where like having those shared rules is maybe even more important than it was in the past when Commander was more like localized play groups. It feels like Commander has kind of went like global recently with just like the changes to Magic Fest and whatnot. So,
So I mean, for that reason, I see both sides of it, because I totally understand like if there are plenty of hybrid cards that aren't going to like wreck the format, but there are probably some that could make for real feel bads no matter when you sit down. And I just think that that's something that you can, hey, carry them with you, have them in the same sleeves. And if your play group's like, yeah, we don't care if you play with hybrid cards, throw them in, have fun. But for the sitting down with a group of strangers for the first time, it's probably for the best that they stay where they are right now.
Okay.
It's of our child.
I just like it.
I just think scared of this or not. It gives me creatures to try to steal the monarchy, so
They
I'm okay with
attack
this.
you with them.
Yeah, but other people can get the
Yes.
monarchy.
I feel like you're gonna get my mark.
One,
Whoa.
Oh, this is the survivors one. That's
two,
right. Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yes, yes, good.
Mm.
Yeah, this I'm gonna have to stop.
What? No, you wouldn't.
You have interaction?
What are you gonna do?
What?
Plus,
This is Commander. We don't interact with each other's boards. What are you doing here?
well, I'm not gonna interact with the board per se.
But, yeah, you're gonna counter my. Oh my goodness! You're actually this is worse than the time. Well, no, it's not worse than the time that he blew up all my islands and
There's
my
a
blue
lot-
sources, Seth.
There's a lot of artifacts right now because of Breya. That's like
Wow.
+6 mana, I think.
Yeah,
Plus
those-
5.
I'm
That's worth
here
it.
to help.
That's worth it. All right.
I feel like we have an understanding now because of that.
My disappointment aside, I am attacking you, obviously.
You're
My
attacking
disappointment
me.
aside,
Homer.
what do you expect? My disappointment
do
aside,
it.
I didn't mention this earlier, but the tri-lands, the new tricycle lands,
Mhm.
you got one of them with Farseek. So Farseek, 2 mana spell, was you get
Yeah.
a land, but then you also, it's a mana fixing land for 3.
I was actually gonna
Colors, that's
say,
insane.
like, this is the first time I've played with the tri-lands in Commander, and they're super impressive. Like, the
Yeah.
Farseek, the fetch lands, like, my mana is so good
Yeah.
right now, just because,
Yeah.
and all I had to do was stick them in my deck. I would have played Farseek and the
Mhm.
fetch lands anyway, so it's just, like,
Mhm.
such a free way. And then you can even cycle them if you need to in the late game, so yeah, they're really good.
They're real good.
Yeah, I'm very happy with them in Commander so far.
They're V good. V good.
I don't know about, what do you think about the other Ikoria mechanics? Like, Companion's one that's been kind of controversial, and then Mutate as well. I wonder if Mutate will make any real impact in Commander, if it's too risky.
I can see a mutate tribal going absolutely bonkers, honestly,
Oh.
and just
Wait,
getting
is this
big
an
and crazy.
free Etrata hit? Identity
It
theft
is.
can
I mean, a free
exile
try
it?
to hit.
It's time to assassinate.
What? But
Okay, that's kind of sweet.
you may exile. Oh.
But then it just goes back to the command zone. That's actually like
Uh-huh.
a combo.
I'm getting rid of my Varchel.
All right, let me make sure I have my settings right.
Don't get rid of my Varchel.
Oh my goodness. Okay, exile target creature.
All right, we'll see if I can pull this off correctly.
Oh, do it.
Ooh.
Is it supposed to come back into well, let's see what happens.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
sure how
full
this
bounce.
works.
So for people who are interested in playing Commander on MTGO, generally speaking, MTGO has these toggles that will allow you to put your commander where you want it. Essentially, if it would be exiled, or if it would go into your library, or if it would go into your graveyard, MTGO has the default settings of, "Are you attacking me? How could you?"
Because you have the most scary stuff on the board.
That's
Well,
fair.
you have the monarchy.
Nah,
That's the real
That's the
answer.
only real
That
reason.
will do
That's
it.
wild.
Plus, I can't assassinate any of Olivia's stuff because
That's
Breya
always
goes
a-
to command zone and then tokens
Disappear forever.
disappear.
You
Yeah.
can actually
Oh.
exile a token for the
Wait,
for the
it doesn't-
third hit.
No. Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh, I think you put
No,
that
no,
in
no,
the-
it's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
You
that's
did it
yeah,
correctly.
and then it comes back then, I
Mhm.
think.
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
It should.
it didn't go to
No, no,
command
wait.
zone.
Think?
So
It
Uh,
legend ruled itself. Hold on. Wait.
no,
wait,
it's
wait,
fine
wait.
because out
Is
of the
it?
game,
It says it's an exile zone, and it's
It
supposed
says
to
it's
get
an
exiled,
exile, yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
you're good.
you did good.
Hold on. Let's see. Doesn't
So
matter. This is the price for a hit counter.
wait, do you have to get me?
Because when I
That player
When I built
controls
Etrata-
Aw.
used like crystal shard, I used everything I could to just bounce her or flicker her after
Yeah.
a hit.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you can do it in between damage being issued and then
And like ninjas, ninjas,
Mhm,
ninjutsu
mhm,
works
mhm,
really
mhm.
well.
Yep.
Etrata's sweet. I'm gonna have to build another standard
Etrata's
Etrata
sweet.
deck before it rotates.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, enters what? Who did you
Wait,
you
what?
hit? What?
What is going on?
What is
I clicked
happening?
Bar Child.
What? You're doing it
Yeah,
right.
you are targeting Varchild. Why
You
is
stole the
every coming
monarch.
back?
You stole
Well,
the
why-
monarch.
why is
so
every-
everyone's
Powers
Oh,
Jailer. Yeah,
okay,
exile
okay,
target
okay.
creature an
Yes,
opponent
yes,
controls
yes.
until
It's
an
not
opponent
until
becomes
Jailer
monarch.
dies.
Yeah, no, that's why I see
Thank
so much playing
you.
Legacy. Like,
No.
it's all about the monarchy, not about the creature.
That's like you just 2-for-1 me. Ah,
So what-
there's no survivors.
You'll forgive me, but what just... Oh, because Emery came back and... Oh, I just milled 4 I want.
Yeah.
Oh, those were 4 good cards, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Oh, no. Richard, what have you done?
Brutal. But that's okay, because I have Emery, so I can just dig them back out.
Yeah. Not the smuggling
Oh,
side, though.
I know.
Wait, where are the hit counters? How do I keep track of any of this?
Don't worry.
It's right. So it's in the exile
It's on
zone. There is
Varchild.
on Dr.
Oh, it is.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
On
Oh, it's a little
Tomer's.
skull.
On Tomer's board in the exile zone, there's actually a coin counter on Varchild.
Nice.
I might start referring to you as Dr. Anime whenever we do Commander Clash.
First of all, how dare you?
Dude, I'm so sorry. I've ruined everything. I get
just
invited
think
on
it's
once and
funny.
I've just spilled all the
True
secrets.
shame. True shame revealed. All right, you get to draw a card. I hope you're happy.
And
Richard.
Etrata comes back. That was a good turn for Etrata.
One assassination down. Tomer, you're 1/3 of the way to death.
I know, that's actually kind of scary. You do
Well,
that
now
2
I'm
more
glad I
times.
don't play creatures.
Yeah, there
My
you
biggest
go.
fear was there'd be people that don't play creatures like Seth.
I do have some, and they're actually really good against the few creatures that I do have because they're good because they're indestructible, maybe. But then Etrata just like doesn't care about that.
Mhm.
Etrata's back. It all worked out.
All right, let's draw some cards. Frex
Well, now-
Arena.
Do it.
Yeah. What are the other? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of like really good Ikoria cards. I can't wait for Commander 2022 be released too.
I'm pretty excited about that, yeah.
I just can't wait to get my hands on Gavi. Like I love cycling. The
Oh,
cycling
Nest
mechanic
Warden,
is
yeah.
so fun.
That looks like a really interesting deck. I've never really used cycling much because, again, hilariously, for learning how to play Commander in a mono black deck, I have this aversion to putting cards in the graveyard because I always forget I can pull them back out. So cycling is just like, oh, it feels uncomfortable. I don't know.
Yeah, what if I want this card later?
It's like, but I like it in my hand. I like it there
Yeah.
better. Yeah, exactly.
Well, like
First,
and
I
everybody
ruined
I know
James.
plays Bajuka Bog, so it's like, what am I supposed to do here?
as they should.
As they should, exactly. I'm not begrudging the Bajuka Bog usage. It's just
That was
Very-
actually my highest
a lot of
criticism
trepidation.
of like the precons. I mean, other than the fact that like the land base, come on, bond lands at the
I
very
know,
least.
stop it.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Come
on.
on, please.
Let's be real.
But my
Wait,
other
do
criticism.
you draw 3 cards, Seth? Or do you draw 1 card when
I
you
actually
put 3
don't know.
counters? How does this work?
I think the way it's
Wait,
worded,
3?
it should be
You
3,
draw
but I'm
3.
not 100% sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you draw 3.
This is
It
the
Oh,
triggers
greatest
no,
reception recall
whenever
ever.
a +1. Yeah, you should.
It doesn't
draw
say
3.
1 or more, so I assume
Yeah.
that I should draw 3.
We must get rid of this. Seth cannot draw more cards. Than
To- Tomer.
You can't. It's against the rules.
Don't make me Atraxa you.
Let me play Chromatic Lantern, coward. There we
I
go.
wonder, can I proliferate the hit counters?
How do you target something in the exile zone?
Yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah.
you
If
can't
it
because
was
it's an
on
exile.
And I
No,
think
you
it's
could.
specifically creatures with hit counters
Okay,
that it's counting, not the counters themselves.
that makes sense.
Oh. Yeah.
If I could, Tomer, I would though.
know
I
you
just want you to
would. I
know
know you
that if that
would.
was a legal play, I would be proliferating the hit counters so hard.
I'm going to sit here quietly and not attack anybody.
Oh, the lure of the counter or the monarch token.
Don't want to
Going
make
for it.
Etrata mad.
You don't want to.
I
Make
don't want to make a
Etrata
Trotaman. And
Okay.
right now I'm at that position where it's like, I have a board presence, but if I do anything saucy, I can't back it up afterwards. So
Yeah.
I'm way too afraid of the clapback.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. We could say saucy.
Ooh.
Olivia, I'm sorry. Unless you have a counter, and then
Are we
I'm
wrapping?
gonna be sorry.
I mean, I do have blue up, so
Is this Ruinous Ultimatum?
you monster. All right.
I'm fine with this. You
Okay.
can take the boots.
Okay. I'm fine with this. Get
What
out
are
of
you
here.
tapping white for? What?
Oh!
No! Seth!
Yes! Yes! This was the best
Seth, why?
interaction
You have
ever.
no creatures.
Good.
I
Okay,
need my card draw from
well.
the Fathom Mage. You can Etrata it, and I can't stop it because my mana's blown up now.
What do I want to do? Do I want to gain life or just bean him for being insolent?
No, pop
Who
the
do you
Fathom
have?
Mage.
Oh, you could kill a creature.
I
Pop
can
the
kill one of his
Fathom Mage,
creatures
though.
too.
Hmm.
Could kill a creature.
Yeah.
Tasty tutus.
All right.
Seth's gonna
Who
draw
is-
5 cards next turn.
Who's
Yeah.
Dr.
Have me draw my
Anime?
cards,
I know.
Richard. You know
Yeah,
I'm not
but
trying
see,
to
I
kill
don't care
anyone.
because he's not destroying my artifacts. So I'm going to be smart and attack the person who is making me angry. So where's Swords to Plowshares going?
It's pulling up the
Etrata.
On Etrata? Okay.
Yeah.
I care less about that. When Palace Jailer, I don't care for Palace Jailer. You know what? I don't like Knight of the White Orchid. So.
He tries, all right.
well,
He's like the
okay.
best. He's the best. Well, not the best. He used to be the best mono white ramp source.
Do you think
Until
that-
Smothering
Disgusting,
Tide
and I
showed
Do you
hate
think-
it.
What do you think of a cartographer's hawk? Do you think that is better than Knight once we actually get
No.
Commander 2020
Garbage.
cards? Really? You think it's garbage? Really? Huh.
Wait, what's garbage?
The
Cartographer's
cartographer's hawk, the new
Well, I
like
think it's a good
white
one
rampant growth
turn.
thing in Commander
rampant growth.
2020.
I mean, I think it's something that you put boots on and just can make people
Yes.
angry because they don't have flyers yet. But yeah, it's just
needs-
like,
it
grand
needs-
scheme of things, I get it.
It needs haste. It's conditional. And then I don't understand the part where it actually has to bounce itself to its hand afterwards. Like, why? You're already attacking with a 1/1 flyer. It dies to Stiff Breeze. You need to put haste on it so you get value out of it. And the only time you actually ramp with it is if the opponent has more lands than you. So you go through like 3 hoops, and then on top of it, you have to bounce your hand and recast it afterwards. So like, what?
Tell me
what?
how you really feel about it.
Like, why? Why are there so many hoops? I don't like it. It's not cool. All right, I'm getting my Monarch back.
I swear to God, if one of you gets rid of Emery, I'm going to rage quit this game. Look at all my treasures in the graveyard.
I'm not dealing with Emery. I just want my...
On the other hand, this does mean that Vandal Blast is gone. So,
Yes.
That's a good thing.
I don't think I have ways of getting it back.
ye to the ha. Ye to the ha.
I might, actually. Who knows?
No, you don't. No, I'm casting negate on that right now.
Ooh, wait, you're taking the crown? Oh, this is
Of course I'm
good for
taking
me.
the crown.
I might even be able to draw more cards.
Do
will
it.
you?
Do it.
Are you
do
going to draw
it.
more cards than me, Seth? Do you think that's what's going to happen?
We'll see.
You'll see.
You
You'll
have
see.
a lightning bolt or something. You better not be killing my Fathom Mage Domer. Seriously.
Would I do that? Would I
Yes,
just kill your main source of card draw, Seth?
You most
think
definitely
I
would.
would do that to you?
You would, and you'll wait until the trigger's on the stack for my first Heroin games. I know you. I tried to play first Heroin games in Standard, and the creature you try to put the tokens on, it dies every single time. It's so brutal. And if that
must
happens
be
in this
very
Commander game,
unfortunate.
I might join Olivia with the Rage Quit in. I guess that's how you can win this turn, Tomer. If you fizzle my first Heroic games trigger, kill Emery, it's just down to you and Richard.
No, don't do that.
That'd be...
It's not nice.
I'm not a monster, Seth. I'm not somebody who blows up
You have
every
an
single blue
abacus. You have an
source I ever
abacus.
put on the table. Seth.
Excuse you? You just played Vandal Blast and you're not a monster? Get out of this game. What are you talking about?
Look, the queen has her
I'm
own rules,
not
all
a
right?
monster.
The royalty are
Ugh.
above the mere peasants in terms of rules, all right?
You don't get to melt down the crown jewels just because you're feeling angry about something. You stop right now.
No, how dare you?
Ooh. My last
I love Cyclone
card.
Mine.
Yeah.
It's just like a...
I would have even made myself a target like willingly last time, but no. Let's get rid of. Ooh.
I have a curse that would
I
have
don't want
cursed
to
Seth.
discard. I'm gonna get rid of that one.
I'll get rid of a curse of
Yeah.
disturbance. So, Helm on the Host is free.
Let that make you think about what could possibly be in my hand if that's what I discarded, though. So, you know.
Yeah, if that's your worst card, I'm pretty scared of the other 6.
Yeah. What did Seth have in his hand? Oh, it's just an overgrown town.
Yeah, just a land.
That's a shame.
Who has the best land?
Not me.
Probably one of the Ancient
Overgrown
Tomb?
Or Ancient
Or a
Tomb?
I
Triome?
think Ancient Tomb is pretty sweet in the Demir
What colors
deck.
is Triome? Get nothing useful. Okay.
It'd be a dual land for you, basically.
Etrata doesn't work as well without Swiftboot boots. How am I going to assassinate something?
She definitely needs boots.
Yeah. It's pretty cold up in the air, you know? You gotta have some thick boots.
It's pretty cold up in the air.
There's high wind and everything.
Okay.
You need to keep your feet warm. All right.
I don't know that a big giant pair of metal things are. Oh well, they are on fire, so I guess that would keep your feet warm. Yeah, okay.
They're on fire.
But see, that's why she doesn't want them. Is because as an assassin, you wouldn't want giant flaming boots for everyone to see you.
Seth, we're friends.
We're definitely friends.
All
Well,
right.
we'll. Tomer.
Oh, he has it.
Yes, I got him. That's what you get, Seth.
Spark.
That's what you get.
Oh.
If I might propose a society, maybe, and we could have a celebration like Bastille Day.
Tomer. All right.
All right, I can lose now. I'm fine.
And you will, if I have anything to say
De-sparking
about it.
Jeez.
I'm going to remember this, Tomer, for a long time.
Just like I remembered you blowing up all my blue sources last game, Seth.
That was you played
that's
two basic islands. That's not my
You know
fault. They
what?
only had two basic islands.
I don't even care that he plays Atraxa.
Yeah,
Yolo, live your best life.
it's coming for Tomer. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think
all right.
that I think, by the way, Olivia, this is my favorite cosplay of yours.
The Atraxa.
That one was sick. I mean, Teza is top. Breya is fantastic. Atraxa was my favorite though.
I think so. I finally ordered some sheet aluminum, and I think I'm actually just gonna make like a body cage for Breya that's actually metal to wear.
Would that be heavy or?
No, aluminum's super light. It'd be nothing. It'd be more learning how to walk and sit.
Well, I've seen you bench people, so I think even if it was heavy, it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, that part wouldn't be so bad. I gotta get. I mean, like all the gyms are closed, so I can't lift big stuff.
Yeah.
So I gotta get ready in case like Las Vegas happens, so I can deadlift people again.
I don't think Vegas will happen. I wish.
Don't say that. Don't say it.
Vegas 2021.
See,
Ugh.
Seth, you still.
It's only. For me, it's only a 40-minute flight, and like I had the hotel block already. So if Las Vegas is open again, which who knows, even if the Magic Fest doesn't go down, I may just show up there and like hang out with everybody else that couldn't cancel their travel plans. Just make it a weekend. Like we'll play Magic in a hotel lobby. It's fine. It's just like an event.
It's like a mini event at that point.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a chance that it might still happen. Like it is the end of August, so we'll see. Maybe
That's the only reason I'm holding out
Yeah.
hope for it. Interesting.
It might be far
That's
enough away.
the card I drew, huh? Choose artifact in my graveyard. I feel like I should probably get.
The lantern.
I feel a little bit bad for pulling up all of these stuff there.
Look at all these mana rocks. In 5 turns, Olivia will have mana.
I know.
Yes, I'm
I've been blowing
serious.
up a lot of
Monsters.
stuff. I am a control deck, as you can tell.
Mardu control. Abject garbage. I'm not. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm casting the stupid card.
Press Control
my
Z
goodness.
if
I
you
got
wanna-
it. I figured it out. No, we're good.
Alright.
I thought I'd already selected the lantern and then I was tapping for it, and it was like, "You're gonna lose this." No,
No.
that's not how this works.
The worst card online, I think, in terms of ramp cards, is Everflowing Chalice, which is
Oh,
0, so it doesn't tap for anything, but it taps for
Right.
every single charge counter. The amount of times I've seen that card casted, like somebody's tapping 8 mana or whatever, to get like a big fat Everflowing Chalice, and then they cast it accidentally for 0, and it just taps for nothing.
Ugh.
Too many times to count.
I have to say, I am very grateful for this for like learning MTGO even a little bit, as frustrating as it is, because it really, really lets you know, here's how the stack works. Here's what phases of turns are. Like you get the steepest learning curve for it, but you learn this.
It is really
There's
good.
no
for
two
that.
ways around it after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So
So it does have its merits, even though I find it completely unintuitive and look like a clown when I'm trying to play on it.
I think you've been doing pretty well, honestly.
Okay, thank you. I'm very self-conscious after the first time I played with Vince and was like hitting myself and took like 15 minutes to pass priority on something because I had no idea what was going on or where I was supposed to click. It was,
No, I think, you've been playing really well.
Yeah, we've had some guests.
Oh, hi, Queen Marchesa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My crown, Seth.
I'm so glad I made that crown because I just want to wear it all the time now.
Tomer.
Come at me, Seth. I don't have removal in hand or anything.
No. Do you really want to have this fight, Tomer? Do you really want to go down this path?
You started it.
No, how did I start it?
I'm just going to sit here quietly
Are you talking about past
make
games?
more shiny things.
Are you still going back to the game we played with Vince?
Yeah, what
yes, I am talking about the time that we played with Vince.
The Abacus really does not forget, does it? That was like...
All right. For context for the viewers, we played Ideation Show with Vince. It went up like a while back because I think he said it would go up a while back. I had 2 islands in play. Seth blew both of them up. I played a dual land that had blue on it. That got blown up by a Field of Ruin. Mm-hmm. And then I played a temple, or I played another dual land that also added blue. I really needed blue mana. And he Field of Ruined it again. He got it from the graveyard and blew it up again. And I was like,
You're forgetting part of the story, though, Tomer. The part where you took out all except 2 of your basic islands so you could play Karuz, which Vince then promptly strip mined on turn 2. So
that sounds right. That sounds.
I was a victim.
I believe everything in those sentences.
Ignore the rest of the picture. Just focus on my side of the story and just understand there's an abacus and it's ticking up.
Just focus on my side of the story.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sure.
Olivia gets it. All right. I wish Seth did.
All right,
Seth, come at me. I promise everything will be fine.
I'm coming at you first. All right, first we get to draw a card.
I know you're drawing. Actually, despite me blowing up your stuff and everything, you've still drawn a lot of cards. You've drawn more cards than everybody else at the table.
I'm trying,
which means you are ahead of the game. Create a gold token.
Yeah.
So since I am not like super familiar with you guys as friends, even though some of us have met barely, I think in Las Vegas, Seth, we like crossed paths. We were at the same Korean all-you-can-eat restaurant.
Yeah, like we were in the same room for a minute.
We were, yeah. But what are y'all's like pet cards?
Ooh, mine are easy. Panharmonicon is by far the biggest one. But then for non-commander formats, Blood Moon. Those are kind of the 2 that stick out.
Jesus.
that is the type of person that is, yes.
But I don't play Blood Moon in Commander. I don't think I've ever played a Blood Moon in Commander. Well, that's probably not true.
I don't think I have
rarely.
either. Okay, word.
I would say my pet card. I guess it's not so much a pet card because people have been acknowledging it for being good. Oh wait, no, I'll give it 2 because I like to cheat. All right, so first one, Curse of Opulence, one of my favorite red sources ever. I love Curse. Oh no. Wait, what are you getting rid of that? Oh, power 2 or less. Okay, whatever. Get my jailer.
I am getting your jailer.
Okay.
Your Emery's fine. You need your mana. I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you.
We hurt poor Olivia enough.
I have not. No, you. Well, one person has hurt me enough. Everybody else has been just perfectly pleasant.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, like, are you? You don't have to be. It's okay.
I'm a little bit sorry.
It was a play to make.
Oh no! No, you didn't.
Oh.
All right.
You started
to slow roll this, but
ye to
goodbye.
The ha.
I want that crown, and I will do whatever it takes to get it.
Or my cold dead body.
Well, okay.
No, you have a counter.
Oh, look at this.
I love everything about this.
I'm going to...
Is it a counter or is Marchesa dead?
Yeah.
This is incredible.
No!
human soldier is so good at this poor little human soldier is like keeps stealing the crown and then has to go through all these hoops to get it back again the next turn. Like somehow it keeps coming out on top in this battle between queens and Atraxa as this little human soldier.
All right.
I mean, let's be real. Atraxa is a queen too.
Yeah. She does have that queen pose.
Oh, did you have plans for that 2 extra mana tomer? Were you gonna cast things?
It's cool.
It's fine. this is what the season has turned out to be. We bring guests and then we just steamroll each other, and everybody else like are just watching in horror.
I don't know about horror. I'm just sitting here and being like, you know what? It's fine. Just let me make my shiny stuff. I'm just gonna sit here and craft things.
Olivia, you and I, we're fine. You know what?
Artificers going artifice. That's all I'm saying.
I have a target in mind, and it ain't you.
Those are the most beautiful words I've ever heard. I have a target in mind. It's not you. Yes. Yes.
All right. This is fine.
This crown is getting a lot of use.
You'll notice I'm not even vying for the crown, which is why I am still alive.
Exactly. I mean, it is double-edged sword, right? There is sweet card draw, but it comes at a price.
There's also sweet targeting.
Yeah.
This does show the links that will go to draw a single extra card. And they are pretty
Spend
great.
like 4 cards.
Well, yes, I did spend 4 cards to steal the crown for 1 turn.
That's true greatness right there. Greatness at all costs.
It's more about sending a message to Tomer than the actual card.
It's the principle of the
Don't worry,
thing.
Vengeance will be swift. It's fine.
Oh, look who gets to get a monarchy trigger.
Olivia, so what is your favorite pet card?
I love Ophiomancer too much.
Wait, is that
it's just so...
Oh, it's the black one that makes snake tokens.
Where you get the free Death Touch snake token. Yeah. I love it when you have Divine Visitation out, and then it turns into a hissy angel, and then you always keep making giant 4/4 angels, because why not?
Yeah, that is a disgusting combo.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I am a fan. Oh my god, I got a land. Yes!
Hey.
But that Smothering Tithe, I can't get it back.
If only
Alas.
it wasn't an artifact.
Okay, Emery, let's do stuff. What do I want to do? What enchantments are on the battlefield?
Look at Seth's board.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh no.
Okay. But I also don't want to instigate things with Seth.
Do you want the wrath of the human soldier, Olivia?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I think I just want to sit here quietly and continue making things.
I really need that agent too. Oh.
What do I want? Can I? I can't cast that. Why are you even giving me the option?
It likes to taunt you. MTGO likes to taunt.
It really does.
You'll also notice when you get attacked, even if you don't have blockers, they'll be like, declare blockers. Oh, you can't? Cool. You have to press OK anyway a couple times.
Yeah. I'm paying the 2. Do you really need to ask what colors when it doesn't matter what colors it takes to cast it?
Well, they are making an update to Commander Online, so maybe little things like that will be improved.
Yeah. I don't want that one. I could play that one. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean. I just need to get some mana.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Does have to blow up to get mana?
No, nothing blows up.
Okay.
I really love Tezzeret Agent Bolus is one of my top 3 planeswalkers, I think. I really love Tezzeret.
He's pretty good. Yes.
I like the new one too, though. I think it was buy a box or something.
Master of the Bridge is the best card ever for artifact decks.
Affinity planeswalkers get affinity for
I love it. Yes. What do you want from me? I want this one. And then put the cards in the bottom of my library. I'm not drawing from the bottom. Any order. I'm learning so much here.
Yeah, Moto wants to be very technically correct about everything. Just in case you wanted to control the bottom card of your library for some reason. It gives you the option.
Yeah, right?
And you have to look at the cards. Make sure you look at the cards.
Okay, but why isn't the card I saw in my hand?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I was supposed to have revealed Mirage Mirror. and it's not in my hand.
Uh-oh. Was it?
That's not good. I'm guessing.
Cool. Anyway, I had a Mirage Mirror. I'm gonna sit here and cry and probably pass the turn.
It has to be like, you have to make sure it's like highlighted when you click on it.
It was highlighted, and then I hit OK for the reveal part, and nothing happened. And it just showed me the 4 on the bottom, and then they went to and then now it's gone.
Oh,
things.
That's not good. Oops.
Yeah,
Moto.
All right, whatever. It's fine. Be nice to me for the next turn. That's all I'm asking.
I'm not attacking Tezzeret, so you get around.
Even if you did, because that's all I wanted was to try and fish some artifacts out, and now I can't even have nice things.
All right, well,
I don't know if I've ever seen a much nicer.
I'm sure you guys are going to watch the video and be like, "This clown. Here's what she didn't do right." It's fine.
I usually take the heat on these videos.
I'm
actually
extremely good at misplays, so it doesn't even matter.
And Moto's extremely good at like helping people misplay.
Yes, I've noticed that as well.
Etrata can't be blocked. You're just like, blowing
honestly,
up
it's
all my
okay.
stuff. This is not.
Are you playing a 7-drop?
I'm like really.
I was going to play a 7-drop.
I think you should play a 7-drop.
No, you're just gonna blow it
let's be
up.
real.
Just be sure
I
to
never
cover
look at the YouTube
back of the neck.
anyway, so it's not like it matters.
Hopefully, people will be understanding.
Nobody is. It's the internet.
YouTube is
it's
very
fine.
understanding about all things.
Sure.
Right, I want my monarchy
Great
back. I don't like how this Etrata just keeps like machine gunning down all my stuff.
That's kind of her job.
That is, the whole thing with Etrata.
And she just wants to be.
Problem is you don't get a hit counter unless.
So maybe you should not keep killing all my things. How about that?
How is it that I pass everything again? Because I'm at like 37 minutes for no good reason.
So there's one thing that I actually learned fairly recently. So if you look at your phases above your hands, you can right-click one of the phases, and then you can have it yield until here, my turn. So if you don't want to do anything, you can do like yield until here, upkeep, for example, and it will stop on your next upkeep. But you also have to keep doing it each time. It's only going to yield until here.
I can cope with that.
Yeah.
Because I have nothing I can do here, clearly.
Yeah, I'm going to use the same thing.
So I don't want Moto telling me, hey, are you okay with this? Like, what am I supposed to do? Say no? Draw out my clock for no good reason?
Wait, what are you doing?
Don't worry. I'm doing during your main phase.
Don't worry about
it.
it.
I thought it was your end step.
Oh, boom.
There's some fun cards in here. Wish I get the good cards.
I had some fun cards once.
You've actually rebuilt pretty well from the Vandal Blast, which is
yes, I'm okay
thankfully,
with that.
The Emery, I don't know if I've ever seen Emery just like stay on the battlefield for 10 turns or whatever it's been. It's just every turn.
Well, considering like what's in my graveyard right now, like the Helm of the Host is a problem, but at the same time I can't cast that and something else and equip it on the same turn right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any super dumb mana stuff. If we didn't have the soft bands and I had like a Soul Ring and a Vault out, it'd be a different story. You guys would have taken Emery out immediately, which would be the right call. But a Signet, a Chroma's Memorial that I can't cast. Oh, I could cast it 2 turns from now. Yeah, it's just what's the point?
Also, Seth and I are now in a blood feud.
Are we friends?
So we're
Plus,
friends.
there's the Monarchy blood feud. Yeah.
I want the Monarchy.
Yeah, but you don't get a hit counter if you kill Queen Marchesa.
You gotta draw that card,
Also, you have 8 cards in hand. What, you really need the Monarchy?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Never enough.
It's card draw.
Think it. You saw through my buff.
Anyone have a board wipe? I have something really fun to do, but
I don't know.
Where's my commander?
There's not really anything on the board at the moment, creature-wise.
3, 4, 5.
There's just a Queen Marchesa who really wants to reign, alright?
I'm probably gonna have to spend like 3 more cards to kill that so I can get the crown again.
Oh my goodness!
I think I'm... Oh no. I think I'm coming out behind in these exchanges.
This is bad with Etrata.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. And I'm sure there's other scary things that could happen.
Seth, perhaps we have to put our feet on hold just for a little bit.
Yeah, we might have to deal with this.
Wait, what? What happened? It's just a Dead-Eye Navigator.
You can now blink Etrata in response to every single hit.
Exactly.
No, why would I put that synergy in my deck?
Because it's good synergy and you would be silly not to.
All right, that sounds like a threat.
I will be the arbiter. I will be the arbiter here, but I say Blood Feud is canceled until Deadeye disappears, and then Blood Feud can be back on.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
As a neutral third party that clearly has nothing going on
Maybe
here.
I should kill that Emery now.
How dare you, monster.
That is a hit counter.
I am now biased. I am no longer
all right,
neutral.
I'm going to kill Queen Marchesa.
Oh my goodness. She just came back. She was having a good time.
Even though I don't get a hit counter, because I can't kill the token either.
Wow. Yeah, but now you get the monarchy.
I get the monarchy.
I need to draw some cards outside of this crown. This crown's great, but I need some backup here.
That's kind of how I feel with my entire hand right now. It's like, look at all these amazing pieces that you need something for them to work with.
But one day, they'll all go together.
But one day. That's one of the things that's nice about being an artificer. Sometimes you just sit back quietly, don't cast a lot of stuff, except shiny things that don't do anything, and people forget that you exist.
Yeah, they're all little cogs in a greater scheme.
And then, and then you turn it into something large and in charge and stomp.
Yeah.
So is the Breya deck, Olivia, one that you actually have in paper, or similar to one that you have in paper?
It is similar to one that I have in paper. So I was going, when Tomer was telling me, well, let's do it based on your cosplays. I was like, oh, I should play Breya because it's the only one that's my baby. And then I was thinking to myself, and he was saying, okay, well, here are the restrictions for it. And I was like,
half the cards are gone.
So wait, about that.
What?
What
Magic
What?
Online has ended your game on turn 8 in a draw? What?
Wait, what? The system is restarting. The server is part of ongoing maintenance. Your current match will be a draw, and you should start striving.
No.
What?
What?
That's a new one.
There's no way. But is server maintenance today?
It literally says right here on the side that it's happening.
It's Friday. Why is there maintenance?
There's not maintenance
because of all the broken legacy cards.
Probably because Ikoria destroyed everything.
What?
Why
are we sideboarding?
Are we actually sideboarding?
We
are sideboarding.
But
I'm sideboarding. I don't know what.
Are we able to play?
We have 2 minutes to sideboard. What is happening? This is why I just play paper with a camera.
Downtime happened on the 15th. And now I guess we're doing an emergency downtime to fix bugs?
Leave this in. This has to be in the video that this is what happened to us.
This is something special.
I don't think there's a downtime. I think we bugged the game somehow. I don't know. There's nothing about it on the Moto Twitter.
I mean, I can understand it getting really mad about Deadeye Navigator. I am too.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe Moto was so disgusted with that play. They're like,
what was happening?
How dare you play Deadeye Navigator?
No,
do you think there was a lot of tricksy stuff happening with Etrata? Do you think it broke Moto?
I mean,
if a lot of stuff's bugged because of the last update, maybe
it's got to be the last update. They're having emergency maintenance, no?
You guys, we broke Magic Online.
It says that the game that oh no, that's Arena.
This is why I lost my Mirage Mirror.
That probably is it. There's usually they say something about it, so I would be surprised.
Yeah, Twitter is not saying anything.
I don't think they would go to an emergency downtime without telling anyone.
It doesn't even say it's emergency. It just says it's in our chat log. It says the system is restarting the server as part of ongoing maintenance. Your current match game will draw and should start sideboarding shortly. I have 35 seconds left to not change my deck, so I'm crushing it.
I wonder if I can change my commander in between games.
Oh my god.
What happens?
I don't have any other cards in my collection, I don't think.
I don't have any legendary creatures.
So I guess we'll be allowed to play again?
We'll see what happens after this sideboard.
What?
I don't know what sideboarding you'll
Clownery. I don't either.
There are definitely people streaming Magic Online right now, so I don't think Magic Online is down.
You guys, I think we broke it.
I think we did.
Maybe we just did something that Moto did not anticipate.
You know what? I think it got mad at our Monarchy fight.
Etrata is a weird card.
That would mean we would restart basically every single game Seth and I have played.
That's true.
It started the game again.
Did it?
Is this game 2?
We're going into the game.
Right. Well, GG, guys.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a thing that happened.
Our timers reset too. Huh.
I won the die roll, so sure. Well, see, that's what I was sitting here thinking. I was like, did I somehow manage to like eliminate half an hour of time on MTGO just from like existing? And apparently that wasn't the case either. I am 1000% keeping this really, really bad hand.
I love this hand. Oh, it has one of my favorite janky cards. Oh,
I'm keeping this all day.
Seth, you're going to be hard pressed to get the monarchy from me this time.
I'm surprised I managed to get it so many times last time.
With a 1/1 token that was just out of control.
That 1/1 did work.
Seriously. All right, Island, good start. Best card in Magic.
Why? I'm not. No, I don't.
Uh-oh. Was that not what you wanted?
It's fine. It's not what I wanted to play, but it's fine.
But I mean, that's a really nice. That's a really nice island. Oh, what do you think, Olivia, of the Theros Islands?
The lands?
Yeah.
I think I like the aesthetics. I don't have them in anything, but I mean, I don't mind them.
I know it was a little bit controversial when they came out. They're like, it doesn't look like an island because, I mean, it doesn't.
Are we talking about the one on the battlefield?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Theros ones.
What's controversial? It's so clear that it's an island, unlike some of the other lands that look like a forest, but is actually a plains or something. This is like clearly blue mana.
It's blue mana, but that, you'll notice, is just a giant water droplet in a galaxy background. It's not actually an island.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I feel it's less egregious than some of the other land arts we've gotten.
I don't disagree. I think, things that are my favorite are like when Emma was in the Mythic Championship and played with every single land mismatched.
Oh, from Maximum until Factor.
I was all about that. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
People have given me crap for white border cards. I'm like, I don't understand what is going on here. It does what the card says, and that's the only part I care about. Like, it's fun to have nice, like, pretty things, but stop.
Yeah.
It's just that's snootery that's unnecessary.
I like the tilt factor, too, when people really don't like white border cards, and then you can run them intentionally. Like, we had on the previous season, we had a recurring guest, Andrew, MTG Mudsta, and he hates white border, but specifically he hates white border when it's alongside like black border lands as well. So they're all mismatched.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness!
So for our going away episode for him, at the end of each season, we like if we have like a recurring guest, we have like a week dedicated to him. And for Andrew Week, all of us brought like white border decks.
That's fantastic.
That was great. And actually look nice. Yes. If it's like all white border instead of like mismatched, kind of, I could dig it.
Yeah.
It's back. The Rakdos Signet of Legend. I'm a little bit
I was
worried.
About to be like, I'm really scared right now because I just ramped and then I realized this is the start of turn 2 and I just cast one spell. Then you guys are all going to put stuff on the board too.
Yeah, that's right.
Just saying.
Yeah. No.
The return.
Thanks, I hate it.
Okay.
I've already become infinitely better at time management because I learned how to make things happen without me.
Yeah, that's definitely super helpful. Yeah, me.
I can't believe we had a draw.
That's a
I know, that was a
way
bummer
for that to happen too. I've never seen that one before.
And
we were gonna have some stuff going. I had Emery. It was fun.
I think it was just that Seth drew more cards than me, and MTGO does not allow it.
I was like, no, we can't have this. No.
That's pretty.
That's not allowed. Please tell your audio editor, by the way, I'm really sorry because it looks like my stuff is everywhere on these levels. So apologies. I'll send them like a gift basket or something.
I'm sure that's fine.
I'm sure.
I am the artifact deck now. Let's go.
Oh, wow. I'll allow it.
You monster. Oh, Strixie. I love Strix. Oh, that's
such value.
Much value. Such value. Wow.
Oh, you can just grab my monarchy when I play it now. Ugh.
Play it. It's fine.
Do it.
How dare you?
Well, I don't have a mana rock, unfortunately. But I can play this thing.
What is this?
Oh.
I thought we were playing Commander.
Wait, this is from Eldraine?
Tome of Legends. Into the Battlefield.
Oh.
It's a Brawl. Yeah,
I don't remember this card at all.
Yeah, it's from Brawl.
Or attacks.
When your commander ETBs or attacks, put a page counter on it, remove a page counter, draw a card. Oh, look, it's like you want to draw cards.
Isn't it like terrible for you,
it's
Seth?
really
You never
good with
play your
Atraxa
commander.
because you can keep proliferating. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Vanderblast it.
That's actually pretty nice.
Oh.
Synergies.
Sorry, not sorry.
I'm always afraid when you say that, by the way.
Mama wants to draw
Well,
cards
You're
too.
gonna draw a lot of them because.
Oh. Yeah, because Seth never pays. Oh no!
Yes,
we have to get
you
rid
don't
of
pay
it.
either. Oh,
That's priority
I'm so
number
excited.
one.
Don't listen. Wait, hold on. You'll notice I do not have a reliquary tower. I do not have any way to hang on to said cards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh no! This is the greatest threat you could ever play, Olivia. What have you done? What have you done? I'm paying for it because I'm going to set a good example for the rest of the table. Seth?
Listen, it's just an opportunity for me to keep pace with people that have been doing this a very long time. And this is to make up for all my misplays. Is so I can, have something.
So much card draw.
Pay the one.
The good art, too.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
The good art, too.
I like the old art.
The new art,
Look at
actually.
this.
The one with Koth.
It feels like an actual arena.
I like the perspective. Yeah, it also has like full perspective.
So does Ristic Study happen automatically, or do I have to do stuff?
You just have to click auto yield to the Ristic Study and then allow everything else to happen. I think you actually have to
It'll
put
ask
the
you if you want to
trigger
draw
on
a
the
card.
stack, but you don't have to like pester people. Are you going to pay? Are you going to pay?
Okay.
The MTGO pesters for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm doing stuff correctly without. So if I say
you still
yield,
get the trigger.
I won't get
you just
Ristic
won't
Study
have
triggers.
to.
Here,
you won't have to put it
you
on
can
the
test
stack.
it right now.
It'll tell you.
I don't have a choice. I don't have one to pay.
Okay, it's there. All right, cool.
Because I think since it's a May, you'll have to choose.
Gimme.
Yeah.
Use
you'll have
Ristic
to-
Study's
no
ability.
there.
Yes.
My heart.
I will until someone casts Consecrated Sphinx, and then I'll
Alright,
stop.
My heart.
I really need.
You can't take this.
Oh my god, I got a land!
I
This
only
is
have
so
2 lands.
exciting!
I'm trusting in this this tome. If I don't
That's
draw
not
one,
enough.
to find me one.
Okay.
Oh,
As long as you pay
it's
for the
mocking
one,
me.
I don't
All
think
right.
you do so.
Well, the good news is he can't cast a spell, so.
Yeah, he can't
that's
cast a
8
spell
drop.
now, so thank goodness.
Okay.
Cycle the 8 drop.
Yeah, cycle.
That's not a great start. What do we discard? Yeah, I guess. Yes, we will discard the 8 drop.
I mean,
that seems like a no-brainer.
that seems like the right call.
Goodness, Myojin Knight's Reach. I'm glad you just
Part of this too is
I'm never going
good
to cast
so I can
it at this
sift.
rate, so.
You can sift.
Well, yeah, I don't want to have like just constantly be drawing lands
Yeah.
because I just drew a couple, and now that means I'm not. Yeah, this is for the best. That one.
Just get ready for the Vandal Blast.
Oh yeah, huh?
You'll draw enough
YOLO,
cards
the
back.
fast die pretty.
Ristic Study's gonna get there.
What do you mean pay? Oh, that's right. You hate me for this. Ugh.
Yeah.
You have to actually
Signets
activate
are
the
the worst.
signet. That's why he keeps
Online.
asking you to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haha.
Excellent.
There we go. I did it.
Oh, so many mana rocks.
That is a lot of mana rocks.
Well, it's also because I'm scared of having too many things in my hand.
That's a lot of
'Cause I don't
Vandal
like
Blast targets.
I don't
on
like
the
discarding
battlefield.
You know what? We don't need to do this again. Remember talking about having a society?
Look, I don't have it in hand, but I am. What I
It's
am
not
saying-
smothering tithe. Everybody take a deep breath. When I get them both out, then you can be mad at me.
Oh yeah, Smothering Tide plus Ristic Study are BFFs.
It's so good.
All right, what do I draw? Is it Vandal Blast? Give me Vandal Blast.
Can you even cast Vandal Blast? Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Path of Ancestry until Seth strip mines it, of course. Olivia's on you.
I told you. I know. I told you to yield, you monster.
Ooh,
Vandal Blast.
I have no responses.
Vandal Blast. It's not Vandal Blast. I wish.
What the Goblin would be pretty good. The one that Seth countered.
Oh, come on. This is mocking me. I can't use this card. Alright, whatever.
Yay. Yay.
What else did I do this turn? I guess you have to draw a card, don't you?
Are you not paying for the Ristic study? After this long lecture about paying for a Ristic study?
You gotta pay now, Tomer.
Don't judge me! Okay, how about this? So white. I mean, I could pay for the Ristic study if I wanted to. I do want to set a good example for the table. What if I pay for Ristic study on the second trigger? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
So you're not paying for
What if
Ristic
the second trigger never happens?
After all of that, you're not actually gonna pay. Tomer.
Wow.
Why do you want a 2/2?
Oh no! I put the land first. Oh
What?
no!
Oh, you played a land, so you
I
couldn't.
put the land first. Oh boy!
That's not a moto bug.
Oh,
that's a
jeez.
Tomer bug.
Oh no!
User error.
Good
User
Well, I
mana,
paid for the
2/2
one.
first strike.
Oh no! The editor, make me look smart, please. Make it a moto bug. Can we just say it was a moto bug and we'll just pass it
It
on?
has to be a plains card. Okay.
Or maybe moto just restarts again and draws it.
All right, watch this. We play this.
Now watch this drive.
Ugh, stop
Gimme.
playing that.
We pay for Ristic study.
Give me things.
Excellent.
Monster.
I'm gonna cast a second spell this turn,
Yeah.
Give me things.
Ooh.
and I'm gonna pay for it again. Look at that, a model citizen.
Who's the real artifact deck here?
Model citizen.
Oh yeah, this Battle Blast is
it looks
gonna
like Richard's
wreck my
winning the
face. I hope
artifact
you don't
game.
get it.
He can, if he wants to think he's winning artifacts, that's just fine. Takes the heat off me.
Okay, can we draw a land, please?
I can't believe I messed up tonight.
Did you really need that land, Tomer?
Uh-oh.
Don't you
With Seth strip
don't
mine up, even though he's on
say
2
it.
lands?
Don't you say it.
Get rid
I
of
will
this
blow up
reliquary
all your
tower.
What I
cards.
hear you saying
I
is
will
you
blow
really
your card
need
draw.
an extra land. So I will
No,
give you an
Seth.
extra. I will
Seth,
give
just
you an extra
wait.
land, Tomer.
No.
I
And you
can't.
don't
I
even
mana
pay for
screw.
it.
That's the only spell in
Oh
my hand I can
my
cast.
Goodness.
Yeah.
You could have went for the Ristic study. Oh
Yes.
my.
I'm helping. I'm helping you.
This is the worst.
You
day.
wanted that land drop.
I'm helping. Yeah. See, he's helping.
See? It's like you never punted.
Fantastical.
I am displeased here.
Editor can just fast forward to here, and it'll all work
You
out.
wanted a war?
Oh, it's
You're
amazing.
getting the war.
You're probably gonna win that war because I still have 2 lands.
Amazing.
I can't do anything. So
Yeah, well, this night of the way.
Pay no attention to my mana count. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
I'm a little bit worried.
yeah, Olivia.
Don't be.
Olivia's got a lot of mana
Don't
and
worry
some
about
scary
it.
artifacts.
Everything's fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine. Stop it, you guys. No, come on. Wait. Nope.
Wait, I just realized
remember.
Chromatic
Stop
Lantern
it.
added a border back onto the
Here
island.
we go.
Look at it. It has a frame now.
Oh, whoa.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ah,
It's now a promo card.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a lot of mana of different colors.
Okay.
Oh no.
Breya.
It is not. It's only one.
welcome back.
Look,
Breya.
and besides, it's not like I'm going to do anything because there's a Strixie on the board. I'm not coming for stuff. I just want artifacts.
It's -4.
Basically kills anything.
Just kidding. Actually,
Oh no, it's a skull clam.
want to draw cards.
Ah.
On top of
It's
the Ristic
fine.
study, there's a skull
It's
clamp going
fine.
on.
It is a lot of card
It's
draw.
fine. Yeah, I'm just trying to look
It
like I
looks
know
like
what
it
I'm
at the
doing.
moment.
Okay.
I'm a little worried.
Why are you worried? I'm not even swinging. I'm not trying to take the monarchy. I'm drawing cards all by myself. Don't want anybody's help. I will. Okay, so that on that, I have to pay for it. I'm figuring out Moto, you guys. Check it.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. Why do I need to click OK for an action I just took? I don't
Moto
understand.
likes you to click OK. That's kind of Moto's thing.
It really does. It really needs to. You know what? Moto wants clarity, consent, and a very, very good understanding of what your desires are, which I can respect.
Okay.
Until I want it to read my mind, and then I get mad.
So this is awkward. I definitely want to cast. I'm gonna get.
He's gonna vandalize.
I want to so bad. This is prime
Monster.
Vandal Blast battlefield right now.
No.
Yes.
Are you really?
No, I wish.
Oh, okay.
I want to though.
Well, I mean, when you say I want to, it makes it sound like the choice is mine because the card is in my hand.
So
are you Dockside Extortionist? Because then look at I'm helpful.
Let's just pay one. Wee.
Yeah.
Can't block stuff that flies, unfortunately.
Don't worry, there's not going to be a flyer on my side of the table after next turn.
Very reassuring.
I have a Skull Clamp. I want cards.
Tomer, really?
Wait, Breya doesn't fly. You just blew up my Phyrexian Arena. What do
Not
you
even
think?
gonna keep creatures to defend your mana?
I'm discarding the hand size.
You're just gonna hit me with Etrata and destroy my Marchesa anyway.
Just gonna sit here, make shiny
it's
things, and be
working.
non-threatening. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
yeah.
gonna do.
Although, I'm super non-threatening, Tomer, and you're still attacking me.
Yep.
It's true.
You blew up my Phyrexian Arena.
It was
Seth.
either that or discard the
You
hand
had this
size.
coming.
Those were my two choices, and...
Or blow up the Ristic Study that you're never paying for.
And
you're
really
not going to discard.
needed
Why would you do
land.
that?
You
That's
were
just silly.
complaining constantly about missing that land with your Knight of the White Orchid.
Yeah. And now you got it. Really, he did you a
He
favor.
really did, and I'm doing him a favor by making sure he doesn't stay mana screwed. Because if he's out of the game, then he can't be mana screwed.
I think
That's
you should
true.
actually...
That's a
You should
good
take
call.
one counter
So we're all
off that
helping
Abacus
here.
for the future because I got you that land back. So -1 Abacus counter.
To be realistic, you guys, we're actually all playing group hug
yeah, we
because we're
kinda
really
are.
all helping each other out.
Except for Tomer and me. Tomer. And then he got my
No,
life
because
total
you got
close.
him his land,
That's true.
and it kept
he got
you
me
from
closer
having to
Dad,
discard.
which
Yeah,
I guess is
everything's fine.
kind of good if I'm going to be stuck on 2 lands.
Told
Yeah.
you guys.
I mean, that's,
I'm the
you know.
artifact deck.
Ooh.
Exactly. Don't worry, it's gonna.
Breya's
It is
all
going
around.
to. Ooh, hey
Uh-oh.
Breya, what's up, girl?
Uh-oh.
Well, see, the problem is now we're at the point where we can start making artifacts disappear and hitting each other in the face. So
Uh-oh. This is
I
fine.
don't like that you have. I don't like that you have my baby.
First, I gotta get a
Breya's
crown.
mine and
Hold
not
on.
yours.
No.
Hold on.
don't.
Baleful Spix is on a mission here.
No.
These 1/1s.
Party.
What a
Party.
shame. What a shame. No blocks. This is only 1 damage.
And taking the crown and
That is the part that hurts, not gonna lie. And also the crown does what it pleases online. Like, it should be on Richard's side, but it's not gonna be. It's gonna just chill on my side. It functions.
Should I use
but,
Breya?
I mean, you can.
I was
Speaking of
thinking
Breya, the Breya.
Breya the Breya, but
He's gonna Breya my Breya.
Breya,
1, 2,
the other
3.
Breya.
You just
An
recast
abject
Breya,
monster.
and then Breya be back.
Yep. And I'll have more Thopters. So really, you probably just shouldn't.
But if you don't, then
Yeah,
Breya
that's
gets
true.
red.
All right.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't know which Breya deck is scarier.
How about the real Breya deck?
How dare you, monster? The one time Moto doesn't ask if I have a response. I do, and it's how dare you.
Response, Pout is on the stack. Pop resolves.
Sadness. It resolves. Yeah.
Well, I guess this keeps me from discarding hand size. That's... No.
You're blowing up another one of my things, aren't you?
You get to draw a card, though.
Do it.
No.
Green.
What am I
Stop
supposed to
it.
do? I got 2
Thanks,
mana.
Stop it.
I'm just doing the only thing I can.
I'm generally at the point of like everything I have in my hand is a mana rock, and I just need to cast stuff.
I know the
so
feeling.
I don't discard.
Except I have no mana rocks.
That's a good spot to be in, I think.
I hate
it's a good
discarding.
spot.
I think it's an okay spot. Okay. So let's start with... Oh, I drew another land. Go figure. Let's play this one. Play that one. Okay. Now I have to get rid of... All right. 2 cards have to disappear. Cool. So let's make... That didn't work. Okay.
Ooh, Inventor's Fair.
Let's play this one. Oh, wait, no. I will remember.
Yeah,
it will
signets
happen.
are just a little clunky.
Oh, yeah, one more. That one. It doesn't matter. Go forth, child. It's still... Why do you hate me? I'm learning so much, you guys. Okay. I want this. That gives me 2. So I'm going to pay 1 for it. There we go.
Ooh.
There we go.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Hey!
That's pretty good.
It's very scary.
Good card.
I guess she has to cast everything out, though, because she's going to discard the hand size. So she can't hold it.
Well,
No, I'm not going to discard.
but you can
Shush.
discard. It's fine. Think of all
No,
that
it's
value
not.
just
That's
going
not
down
a-
the drain.
You want to fill your
Discarding
graveyard,
is
right?
unacceptable. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I don't have Emery, so no.
seems good.
You guys are fibbers, and I don't appreciate it.
Oh my. More signets. So many mana rocks.
But now I don't have to
Olivia's
discard.
going for Signetron.
Yeah, it's going to be super sweet. 3, 4. That's not enough for Breya, so cool. Look at all these lands. Get all those chickens.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're not going to draw more cards.
So I'm gonna get Vandal Blast. I'm done drawing cards. I don't want to do it. Nope.
The Monarch is so appetizing.
It's actually quite unappetizing at this point. Until a Reliquary Tower comes into my meaty little paws. I don't care for drawing cards
Oh,
right
I
now.
love this part of Marchesa. Which doesn't have the
Wait a
crown,
minute.
just sends
You're the
assassins.
assassin deck. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's because you decided you wanted to be the artifact deck out of nowhere, so now we're just changing roles. Seth's me right now.
Him, actually.
Well, I'm getting back my crown, one way or the other. You can have my knight, I guess. It's fine. Yes.
Au revoir, Breya. We hardly knew you.
I could be mean here.
Do it.
I won't.
You're
though.
gonna
He's
kill
going to be
Breya.
mean and hurt me. That's what he's going to do.
I could actually have killed Breya. Yes,
The crown
there it
has
is.
returned.
That's what I wanted. Love to see it. All right.
Never didn't have it.
Okay. Now we will. Ooh, this is a fun card. Oh, Seth, you like drawing cards, right?
I do like drawing cards.
Okay. Well, I'm helping you out.
What could this be?
You are so welcome.
Okay.
Here you go. Ooh. And I will pay for it, actually. Yeah. Boom. See, now if you hit another mana source, you can draw cards. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Wait, so we pay 3 mana and then Seth takes 2 life?
Yes.
Interesting.
I'm going to throw this out there.
But he also has a 5/5.
I'm excited for this. I mean, yeah.
It doesn't do much, though. There's lots of Thopters and just random little creatures. And I can't attack Tomer,
Yeah, it's not
so
great
what good?
now.
What good is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I... Do you want me to kill it, Seth? Do you want me to save you, or do you want the 5/5
I don't know
body?
if I really care. I don't think anyone's gonna pay.
Or should I take care of the shimmer mirror? I'm really terrified of the shimmer mirror. It's so scary. The possibilities it represents.
It's just shimmering there, you know?
All right.
Actually,
So many possibilities.
I think you are overestimating my competence and instead underestimating my desire to not discard cards.
I don't have a way to keep my commander currently.
You mean my commander?
No, my real
Monster.
commander. This is
I know.
this is just being used. Should I do the cardinal sin of tutor for like a card which I don't even know what I want?
Listen, I tutored for mana on game nights. I never ever care what anybody's tutoring for.
That's surprisingly common, I think. Like, you just like vamp tutor. I'm tutoring for a basic land.
Vamp tutor this Soul Ring? Do it. Yeah, that's been there.
Value.
Been there on camera.
You're paying for the one though, right? Richard?
Don't do it.
Richard?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You have
I haven't swung at anybody. I'm not doing anything. Yes.
No. What have we learned? We're supposed to be role models to the viewers, and we're teaching them that apparently you just let the Ristic study do it at once.
Yeah, exactly.
How can we do
I mean, listen, if you don't like Ristic study so much, maybe why don't you run more removal?
Ouch.
Boom, roasted.
That's actually a very valid point. To which we have no response. We just like to complain about the card.
And I have 2 lands, so I have a very legitimate excuse this game.
More sympathetic I could not be. Why am I... Oh, you're making me siphon mind? Okay, thank you. I can get rid of this land I don't need.
I wanted this land. Oh, boy.
Oh, dommage.
Oh, boy.
Oh, command tower. Hello, beautiful.
I know. I love it.
Who's the monarch right
I
now?
want a full art, no text command tower for the next...
I think it's Seth. I think it's Seth.
It's definitely
the problem is like the monarch token doesn't move around, so we don't really know.
Oh, so we don't actually know.
Yeah, I think it's Seth. No, don't do it. Fine. I mean, I'll get it back. I have assassins.
It's just the mini game we play, Tomer.
They are gonna get you.
But I think Seth might hit you. Oh no, he's gonna hit me with the 5/5.
What's he gonna hit? Yeah, he can't hit me.
Ooh.
And you just.
Oh
tapped
no,
your death
maybe this was a
toucher,
bad
so
idea.
Thank you very much.
Maybe I'll spite Seth and jump
Thank you
off
very
the
much.
Breya.
I just want to land. Just to land, that's it.
Well, now you can get it with the monarchy if you...
I discarded
Yeah, I know
one.
you both did.
Do you want that one? Take it in my graveyard.
For the rub-ins, you and Tomer both think, yeah, I got so many lands. Sure, I'll discard this
Mad
command
rub-ins,
tower.
because there's... I have even more. It's
even
brutal.
more lands in hand? Oh, this is flexing.
Mm-hmm. Pure flex.
Well, all right.
You must have hit a land now, right?
Going for Richard. I need that crown.
So you could tap 2 and draw a card. You know this, right?
How can I tap
You
2 and
can
draw a
tap 3.
card?
No, you need
Zencha.
3.
I think it's
The
3,
Zencha.
right?
Oh wait, Zencha has to
but
attack.
that
This is
means I
actually
draw a card.
perfect
I
for
don't want to draw a
Seth.
card.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it does. I do have to
Yeah.
attack.
Tomer might actually ended up helping him.
I mean, I did. I did
I
end
told
up
you,
helping
this is-
him.
You guys were all actually playing group hug.
Exactly.
I'm serious. We're all being super helpful to one another.
I just wanted Seth to draw cards, you know?
Well,
and
thank you, Tomer.
and I'm just helping.
the true sign of friendship.
Yep. That's definitely it. I have no ulterior motives here.
Not a one. Look
I
at and he
did.
got a land.
There
I
you go.
found a
See, you're
land.
welcome, Seth.
Would you look
I'm gonna
at
pay
that?
3
Would
and
you
draw a
look
And
at
that lets me...
And he's not paying the 1.
I'm definitely not paying the
Are you
1.
finally gonna ramp?
Tomer.
Nah, fam.
Yeah, we finally got to 3 mana, so we get to cast Mana Rocks.
Yeah.
Did you keep like
There you go.
2-lander mana rock and then just never draw your 3rd land?
Yeah, and like card draw at 3 mana. I have a hand where if I just drew a land, I would be fine, like in theory, but...
But honestly, who amongst us?
Uh,
I keep 1 land in Soul Ring all the time in paper. It always bites me off, and I always do it. I see it, I keep it. I
Always
don't
worth
care.
it.
I'm like, it's fine. I'll have 3. I'll get a mana rock. I'll get a land.
no,
it's fine. I never do.
It doesn't work. It seems like a good idea at the time, and then 5 turns later, you're like, oh boy, that was actually not a good
Yeah,
idea.
so many regrets.
It is a lesson I refuse to learn.
I am right with you on that. No one's gonna keep me from keeping my 1-landers. including
Correct.
myself
Yeah,
and
exactly.
my knowledge that they never work out.
Please play that card. Oh, because I'm still in upkeep. Why do you hate me, MTG?
Did you
I'm
yell
not
into
trying to
upkeep?
play that. I want that one.
I use that a lot.
I just drew my card. Okay, there we go. Oh, gross. Nope. Okay. I'm going to keep that because y'all are terrifying.
Look at the card Seth has been discarding.
What is it? Yeah,
Wow.
I know he had a Myojin. He has this like naughty cards. Oh wow.
They work with.
This is an ambitious project you had here, Seth.
You can keep putting more divinity counters on them. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Is this Atrata tribal?
They would have been fine in game 1 before the Moto crash. Like I was hoping to draw them, but this game not so much.
Yeah.
I will say it's like the worst
So
card to draw when you have 2 lands and you're like, oh come on, I really need a land, and then it's like, oh Myojin, you're like, oh no, no.
Here comes a lot of mana.
That is literally the opposite.
Is Breya back?
Is a lot of mana. Is this Breya mana?
Yeah, it's Breya mana.
Yay.
Oh, wait. I did this wrong. Freaking
Yeah,
signets!
signets, yeah.
One day I'll learn. That day is not today. That's that many. Okay, Breya.
Welcome back, Breya.
I still need to get rid of a card. Crap! Can I even cast anything else? Oh, I don't want to. Don't ask me. Okay, I cast her. It is okay.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a curveball just because I'm a little bit afraid of Breya, so...
4. Okay.
Curveball.
Just
Listen, I need
A little curveball. Just a little.
Eek.
A little.
Just a boof.
And
And I am paying for the one.
good.
Because I'm setting an example for the viewers.
I don't want to have to say no to draw a card. Why are you?
Just
You
'cause it's a
sacrifice some
little
artifacts
scary.
and take care of that Marchesa.
You could.
I think I'm gonna.
You could. Oh.
Nope.
Nope.
Uh,
Guess I can't.
the
Neat.
Oops.
Well,
I mean, you still get tokens.
yeah, I guess. Cool.
If it makes you feel better, and Marchesa is not attacking.
It doesn't. But thanks for trying. All right, so I do need to get rid of something.
You mean on the board?
So, well, I need to get rid of something from my hand. And I might as well get rid of something on the board in so doing.
Not my somethings, right? Because
Queen Marchesa?
we're cool,
Breya,
right?
Maybe. Breya 2.
Oh.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. It still hurts.
Oh, do you think it didn't hurt for me?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It is fair. Yeah, that's right. Cool.
I'm glad that this assassin token's still on the battlefield at least.
You just want the crown.
Because I can, to send a message.
Ooh. That's an ouch.
To send a message.
That's fair.
I know. That's why I did it.
Why is the assassin token?
It's an
required?
assassin. You think it's just hiding in plain sight?
Hiding under the swamp.
Ooh. Oh, this is a fun one.
Wait, so who has the
Dang
monarchy?
it.
Okay,
How do you
first,
tell on Moto?
Seth has the monarchy.
He's got, oh no. Yeah, how do you
It's
tell?
staying on my side.
Which is, how do I tell?
We
Yeah.
can only expect that, with the grand improvements that they said they're going to do, that they're going to fix this. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you track it. You just have to remember. So I remember that Seth has the monarchy. This is the only thing I track in game, really.
That's one thing Tomer remembers. And now it's correct again. So
Okay.
attack Tomer.
So, why would you attack me?
The monarchy Tomer.
Okay, so, Okay, so I have a cool card that hardly sees any play, and I think this is a shame. A real shame. So,
Okay.
Bloodthirsty Blade.
Ooh.
What is this? It's goaded.
Fascinating.
I will pay 1. Thank you for asking. Yeah, sure with this. Okay. So I'm gonna goad a target.
Okay.
What do you... I mean, I guess Zancha is, like, always goaded,
Zancha is
essentially?
goaded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go the Shimmer Mirror.
Let's just... No.
I was just gonna say he's gonna.
Oh, actually, that's a kind of an interesting... No, because then Seth's not going to have a creature out.
Not to mention, look at all of the
How big is
artifacts
this?
I've flashed in.
How big is this
Death
Baleful
Toucher.
Strix? 3-1.
It's a 3-1. So,
It's a 3-1 attacker in the air. Isn't that neat?
I mean, that is kind of like a colorless, repeatable pacifism almost, or something.
Yeah.
It's not the worst.
And draw
So
a card.
Tomer's the Monarch?
Everything's great. Everything's awesome. Attack me at your own peril.
I love this whole yield thing. I don't have to think or like click buttons. It's
Right.
really exciting.
Oh.
There's nothing I can do.
Oh,
That's
no.
not asking.
Ooh, it even has
Oh.
haste.
Hello there.
But what are you going to copy?
Oh, that's... Yeah. There isn't a good target, is it? It only can hit your creatures?
Oh.
Oh, no.
They
Another
can
target.
copy anything.
No, any
creature. Interesting.
But there's nothing really good.
It's pretty good at killing... Oh, it says non-token. I was going to say it would be good at killing tokens, but that actually doesn't work.
Exile another.
Alright, so Tomer has a monarchy.
Yes.
Don't do it. Don't
It has
do
a
it.
boots. What are you possibly going to do?
Steal. Oh, you have flyers.
Don't do it.
Alright, who do I have to
Don't
attack
be
with the
happy if you
Strix,
do it.
right?
Do it.
You
But
have
don't
to
worry.
attack with the Strix.
But don't worry.
Attack Tomer here.
No.
Don't worry, Seth, I'll save you.
What do you cop?
Well, then you get the card draw when it comes back into play. That's actually...
Oh, is it
No.
targeting Zancha?
No, it's targeting
Baleful
Baleful
Strix. I'm
Strix.
blinking my Strix.
Yeah.
Aw, but I wanted to do
Double
damage.
Strixes.
You wanted it to deal damage?
Fine. I'll do
Are you
it.
gonna
I'm
remove
still
my Baleful
salty that
Strix?
MTGO kicked us out of our first game.
Yeah, I actually am removing your Baleful Strix. Wait, no, I'm not. I lied. Ha 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 ha. Funny joke. Funny.
Because he was gonna Vandal Blast.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That was a yes. He said yes.
Do you
he was
actually-
gonna
As the
I am
artifact
gonna
deck,
lose.
I'm
Oh.
deeply concerned.
Instant speed.
How dare you?
Yeah, that did not pan out as I hoped.
So no, Richard's the Monarch.
Rich is the Monarch.
Mhm.
And he's drawing an extra card from the Baleful
My Strix is coming back, Seth. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my Bloodthirsty
Got
Blade
hella
is
Strixes.
off. Oh, man.
Hella Strixes.
Alright.
That Bloodthirsty Blade didn't do much.
after all that hype,
It
it's
did not.
really disappointing.
I was really excited.
Check out this card that nobody
Nobody
Now we
plays.
know
It's
why.
actually,
Super exciting.
it's actually an underrated gem. Season do nothing. Man. Alright. Yeah. Try your cards.
Ooh. I've drawn too many cards.
Impossible.
That sounds awful.
I'm just excited that I have 3 lands now. 4 lands now. Whoa. All right.
Wow, you can cast spells.
I kind of can.
You're only like 4 away from Myojin.
We're getting there.
I have a
We're
feeling
getting
you
there.
have all of them in your deck. All 4.
You're gonna now. You have enough mana to pay the 1.
Oh, he's starting
I probably need
the
that for
proliferate
something.
plan.
Oh my goodness! You have an extra mana, Seth. You just tap it.
I need that, Tomer.
Just tap it.
It's necessary.
No.
No.
Oh my goodness.
A man's got to have a code, Tomer. A man's
Oh
got
my
to have
goodness.
a code.
And a woman's got to have cards. This works out
Exactly.
great.
This is
I will scry one, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, you will.
Do we actually? Okay, sure. So we get Atraxa.
Mm-hmm.
Richard, are you going to block if I...
Yes, 100%.
But what if I just want the monarchy?
What if I don't want to take 5 damage?
Well, I guess, you know what? I'll attack with Zancha, and then if you kill Zancha, I'm okay with that. Because Tomer's going to use it to kill me eventually.
Oh, you
I
have a
would not do
Greaves on
that.
the
Oh,
battlefield.
yes, you would. So let's see. Richard and anyone want to guess where Atraxa's going?
I'll kill it.
There's a Greaves on it. How are you going to kill it?
Do you really want to find out?
What?
I'll show
There's
you.
no way.
Yes.
It's dead. You attack me, it's dead.
You could have settled the rest.
He's not
That
playing
is a
That
Tomer
card.
promise. The Abacus
whatever
is,
blessing.
That's a Tomer problem.
I swear to God, if my artifacts disappear, I'm going to be so angry.
Does this mean I got to attack Olivia then? Are you really going to kill it?
You can't. I can
Are you
block.
gonna take?
Does she have
She
trample?
does not.
Then I'll just block her with a thunder.
I just want to gain life.
Wait, why do you gain life?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Atraxa has
Yes,
lifelink?
lifelink.
I didn't even know
I'm
this.
not haterade because she's got lifelink. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It has
I
everything.
didn't
Yeah,
realize
it's
there
like-
was so much more text on the
Everything
card.
you want, nothing you don't.
It has every single keyword you could. If you think it has a keyword, it does.
It does, yeah.
Alright.
Atraxa's a very, very sweet angel.
All right.
for
I
her.
will not put Tomer to the test just in case he's actually telling the truth.
Imagine if that was just a bluff.
I still think it probably is.
There's no way he's playing like a sacrifice card.
You'll find out. I'm playing Aetherus.
That's actually not bad though. It doesn't really kill it.
All right. So we gain a little bit of life.
I
welcome.
mean,
We're friends
this is
now.
happening.
Is he
then
still gonna do it?
I'll get a little bit of card draw on the way out.
Okay.
Get a little bit of that
All
value.
right. I'm okay with Zancha going away.
Sure.
Yeah. So am I.
I'm not. I was going to draw a lot of cards off her.
That was surprisingly painless. I was worried that you were just going to like skip your turn and activate Zancha a bunch of times to try to kill me.
It was very tempting. I mean, eventually I would run out of things that I would want to cast, so. Who has the monarchy?
Not me.
Richard
Oh, it's
still.
Richard.
You'll never know because Moto has no
That
indicator.
was very convincing.
Yeah, right?
Oh, this is pretty.
Ooh, that proliferate,
That's
though.
pretty nasty.
I'm catching back up with mana, sort of.
Listen, I'm
Trying
not
to.
hating.
Just when Seth looks like he's coming back, the Vandal Blast will come.
I know.
I feel like Olivia should be able to do something crazy at some point. There's a Inventors Fair, there's Flash, she's drawn 1 million cards.
I don't even know what Inventors Fair. I don't even
Something.
know. Find an artifact. Oh, yeah, I can
pretty
find
good.
stuff. All right,
It's pretty
sweet.
good.
Yeah, that's not bad. I keep forgetting about that part. Dang. Upkeep stat. I don't have an upkeep. I don't know what I'm doing if it's not a main phase. Come on. There we go. Ooh. All right. So Vandal Blast is a real threat, and literally all but 2 cards in my hand say artifact on them.
Just kill Tomer.
No.
And
No.
then you don't
Yeah.
have to worry
Kill
about
Tomer's clearly the answer here.
Whoa, let's not be hasty.
No, let's be hasty.
I'm trying to think of an excuse why I shouldn't kill him.
He is the one that has Vandal Blast.
Can you give me
You
some
can.
ideas, Olivia? Why shouldn't you kill me?
Because I've been perfectly pleasant to you. I haven't done anything mean except retaliate once in kind
Okay.
for a very unnecessary
This
move.
is very true. But why should you not kill me?
I can't answer that, but
Oh man, I need an out. What if I?
Kill him.
What if?
Kill him.
Wait, are you just straight up killing me?
Yeah.
How?
I'm not killing you straight
Okay.
up. I'm gonna draw it out and make you
Wow.
ruin the
That sounds worse.
day. So if you do Vandal Blast, at least I will get something out of it.
Oh, what is this?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice. I mean, I really want Vandal Blast. That's like the
I
top
know.
deck of my dreams.
Oh, that would really hurt me. That would hurt me the most, I think.
Mm-hmm. That puts me at the right number. Okay, so what do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not enough. I'm that Vandal Blast. I know it's there, and I'm sure it's in his hand. It's just like it's this existential crisis for me because I have all these artifacts that'd be like, oh, this would be perfect to cast, and then not do anything with and watch it disappear. I don't think he does.
What if I'm just slow rolling it? Just you're all lulled into a false sense of security, and then I just pop it on you.
Because you could have blown up my cornucopia, and after the strip mine and other past events.
I want you to have a little bit of, a little bit of.
You want to give me some false hope and then just snatch it all away.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I roll.
That's a conjurer's closet.
No good blink targets at the moment, though. Thankfully.
No.
Breya's a good one.
Oh wait, Breya's a great one, but you'll notice she's not here. I'm too scared, and so next time.
Okay.
All right, I have done yield until here. No, I'm gonna keep blockers, just in case.
So I actually have an answer to Atraxa, but it will require a little bit of cooperation from the table.
I will not do that. No, I'm not saying cooperate. I'm telling it wants me to choose something to blink, and it's
why do you want to cooperate and kill? What do you need? Someone to kill the Greaves, and then you can kill it or something?
It's probably voting.
No. I have a conditional board wipe.
I may not cooperate.
I don't like that.
What is it? What kind of board wipe?
Atraxa.
We'll find out together, but first I'm going to attack.
Oh my god!
I mean, if Seth blocks, then I don't even need to.
Are you sure?
Do anything.
I have mana available.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Fascinating.
Dun.
Just a reminder that Vandal Blast is not conditional, but it is.
Yes.
Well, I will take one.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Very good. All according to plan.
Oh, just leave Atraxa alone. There's worm coils and Breyas. Just let me proliferate a little bit.
There's no. Oh, there is a Breya. Yeah, get rid of that Breya. Why would that be there? There is a Breya. She's terrible. Yeah. Until she's mine, and then she's not terrible. She's wonderful.
This could be awkward for me.
There's a Rakdos voting card?
Is this like a voting?
Yeah, this is weird.
Oh, limited all-star Magister of Worth?
We're playing Commander. Are you going to pay the one?
Oh, no. Okay, Olivia, to sweeten the deal in terms of...
Wait. There's no way we can vote.
I will let you draw one.
We can't let Seth get the Myojins back.
Well,
yay, so you condemn.
They don't have a
you
counter,
destroy all
though,
other
if they're
creatures.
not cast, so they're actually not very good.
So I think, Olivia, my pitch to you is that we condemn the board, destroy the Atraxa, which is out of control, and the
out of control.
Imposter.
I like how the Atraxa is out of control.
This is the least out of control Atraxa that has ever existed in a game of Commander.
Protection? No.
Well, also, we get rid of the imposter Breya. So I'm just saying.
Right.
And
let's see. I lose draw engines. I lose the chance for flash, and the 6-drop I just cast. I also lose.
So you'll say yes?
I'm going Grace because I like Atraxa. You get back your.
What happens if it's tied?
Your Knight of the White Orchid. Remember that?
So here's the other thing. Here, my only thing is that Grace doesn't help me because I don't have any creatures.
But it hurts. But condemnation hurts you.
It hurts. True.
No, not that much. You still get 2 tokens. So I'm just gonna.
But I also want to make you like have wasted this basically and think it's a conditional board wipe and then nothing changes except everybody gets stuff.
I would like that plan.
I do too. I think it's
all gonna depend on Richard.
I think.
Well, this is.
Oh, he voted condemnation. So, no,
I voted condemnation.
Tomer voted condemnation.
Richard,
come on.
Richard has yet to.
You don't want to deal with that.
Draw some cards.
You and I know that.
My Atraxa's not
and
doing
then Olivia,
anything.
Olivia's gonna get at least 4 more cards off the Skull
We're gonna condemn.
And the Shimmer
You're
Mirror.
Out
remember?
of your mind. I'm too scared to keep them.
Yes.
You win, Tomer.
Yep.
I don't want Seth getting all this. If it's tied,
Yeah.
If it's tied?
the board is wiped.
If it's tied, everything goes
We
away.
got there. We got there, Magister Worth. You and
No.
me against the world.
You weren't against the world.
Boo.
You just talked pretty, and now I get worm coil engines.
It worked. Okay.
All right. All right.
So Richard has an Etrata is going to get rid of my Magister Worth and steal the crown. Really cool. Really cool. Love
You don't
to
have
see
the
it.
crown, do
Cool,
you?
cool.
I have the crown.
I
don't
don't.
I'm confused.
See, yeah, why'd you vote his way?
Wait.
We just lost all
Oh.
of our creatures, and now he can swing.
Richard
it.
has a
I'm-
crown? I thought
I
Seth
think
had
I have the
Richard has
crown.
What? But
I know, Seth
attacked
didn't have the crown.
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, good job.
I thought that was the
Good
one
job,
thing
clown.
you
Way
could
to read
remember,
the
Tomer. We're down to 0.
No.
Yes.
That is.
I
that
was
is
wondering
very-
why you were just slamming into my Atraxa.
That was
yeah.
so strange, yeah.
Look, I in my head it played out really well, and I was really smart.
Alas.
Unfortunately. All right, let's
What a fascinating turn of events.
yeah. Oh. Didn't play out how I intended, but we'll just
What is
let's
this?
roll with it. We're
If a player
Heuristic
does
study
creatures,
trigger.
what, are you playing? You actually playing group hug over there? What's going
It's a
on?
political card.
Oh, and you're
It's a political
And
deck.
you're not paying
Don't you
for the
dare
Heuristic
say
study?
it's group hug.
Dude,
The
those
Abacus.
worm coil
Tough.
tokens.
So
That's
I'm
tough.
not sure if I actually played a land yet, but if I didn't, then I'm going to feel very foolish. Actually, I'm just to play Battlefield Tab. No, but Olivia and I we're friends, so ooh.
You're saying a lot of things and I don't think you know what I mean.
That's fair. Whoa. Easy there,
Counter
Richard.
spell.
Don't counter that because. All right, fine. I'll allow this. Oh yeah, I played a land. Okay. All right, that's
Is
it.
this Heuristic study never
I can't
goes
believe
away?
you. No, I don't have an answer to
Yeah,
it.
I'm incredibly surprised it stayed around this long.
I have enchantment removal, but I just not in my hand. I also have a Vandal Blast, but also I'm waiting for you to cast more artifacts. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
More flash is happening.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Oh. Well, why is it still asking me to do okays? I'm just gonna press this button here.
Oh, the bounce lands. Risky.
The strip mine targets.
I want to tell. I will admit this on air, but it took me, I think, like 4 years of playing before someone said, you can tap the land before you return it to your hand, right? And it was just like the world opened up in front of me. It's like, oh my god, I'm so stupid.
I think the original ones.
Cool.
There were like bad versions of Karuz where you had to return an untapped like island or something.
Yeah, I think there were,
So-
like, in the really, really old days.
Yeah.
There is a precedent for it.
Yeah, they exist, yeah.
What is this land you have?
Okay, what am I
Sanctum
gonna
of
do
Eternity. Ooh. Oh, that's neat with Etrata.
Why now? Why end
So I
step?
don't discard.
Oh.
And I can because it's flash.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Sanctum of Eternity.
Just to send it, send a message.
Send a message.
Seth, when you've drawn so many cards and you don't want to discard the hand side, you know that feeling?
Yeah, I do know that feeling. But it's not because I've drawn so many cards, it's because I had so few lands for the first few turns. But we're getting there now.
I'm insanely jealous of Richard's card draw and also Olivia's card draw. They're actually neck and neck in terms of that.
Of jealousy?
Yes.
That's fair.
Yes. Richard, I'm slightly more jealous of Richard only because of that one extra card.
Y'all, we have hit turn 8, so we're
don't
about to
curse
draw
us
the
like
game
this.
again. Just throwing it out there.
Just don't
Yeah,
Deadeye
Yeah,
Navigator.
the minute I
That was
Deadeye
the trigger
Navigator,
right
it's
there.
over. Moto's like, I give up.
what barbarian plays Deadeye Navigator? Deletes the game.
Wait, what do you mean by barbarian? Please, Jedi.
Nobody would do that at the table.
No.
I like that Seth doesn't even like contemplate paying for one anymore. He just does
No,
it. I've also given up saying anything about it.
It's not in the cards.
It's
not in the cards.
Just let it happen.
Are you at least getting back the monarchy?
Yes.
That's good.
You could just kill the Ristic Study. That's another option.
How? With what cards in my hand can I kill the
I
Ristic
managed
Study?
to kill my Atraxa, even though I could just recast it. I'm sure you could figure something out. Yeah. This isn't personal, Richard. It's
Why are you hitting? Oh, I have the
draw.
monarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This crown is.
It's not personal. It's card draw.
Nothing personal.
Can that be like a t-shirt?
I would wear it.
It is a slogan to live by.
Exactly. It's not personal. It's just card draw.
I also like
This has nothing to do with you. It's for the card draw.
I also like how the crown just stays on my board, mocking me. Hey, you had a land.
Yeah, my mana situation is drastically improved the last couple of turns.
Duly noted.
Proliferating the Aspect Cornucopia each turn is pretty good too.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not
Good
bad.
synergies.
Okay. Proliferate, and I guess that's it.
Oh, it's time for me to turn into a problem. Someone's got to.
Yeah, I keep feeling like that's going to happen at some
for
point.
a while.
Yeah. Okay. I will just let's go a little nuts
I'm
here.
just going to do this so I can
y'all can act accordingly.
so I can be tapped out. Yeah.
I am also tapped out.
All right. Word. Okay. Actually, this is the perfect time to do dumb stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Richard
Let's
would
do some dumb
maybe
stuff.
an
Everyone's
I have an
tapped
answer. A force of will.
free counter
Pact of
magic.
negation.
Ikoria.
Okay. Let's do some stuff. Another card. Look at that. Okay. Start here. Okay. Then we will that one and that one. Oh wait, did that work? Yes. No? Yes. Yes. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a nice start.
Oh
Oh,
no.
God.
That's a very nice start.
That Vandal Blast
That's a good
seems
blink target.
timely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6,
The Vandal Blast that
7,
I'm still
8.
rolling. I definitely have it.
Definitely
I was
have
waiting
it.
for the Extortionist, actually.
So
Definitely have
Are we-
it. Okay.
So if we get some blinking, that would be infinite mana. If
It's a
they're
Conjurer's Closet.
That's slow though. You need like Navigator would be infinite. If
Yeah,
it's not
Navigator.
bugged. Let's find
Should
out.
we find out?
Worst case,
Find
will just
out.
be the draw commander clash. I think
Yeah.
actually they posted a tweet that said they deployed some sort of like hot fix, and I bet that's what messed up our game. I think we just had like unfortunate timing.
Okay. See, I was gonna go with I'll just do this.
Ah, there it is.
Okay, so mana's infinite, but
Yeah.
how do you kill us?
Yeah. Wait, does it... What are Breya's abilities? I
Yeah,
forgot.
you can just,
Oh, is
yeah,
Breya
just
just
Breya.
lethal?
Breya
It
alone is
probably-
lethal. Just recast Breya.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, so
Deal 3 damage
Yeah.
to target player, so you just do it over and over
so
again.
infinite art. So you get infinite mana from the treasures, which is also infinite artifacts for
and
Breya.
then that's how I
and
fuel
then Breya,
exactly.
you can
Yes.
sacrifice the artifacts to kill everyone.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pay 2 of Deadeye Navigator. Blink Extortionist. Extortionist makes more than 2 mana. Go infinite that way. Cast Breya. Then just blink Breya infinite times to make infinite tokens. And then just sacrifice infinite tokens to ping everybody to death.
That looks like game to me.
Yeah. We're not gonna make you go through that. That would be cruel and unusual punishment. I just wanted to explain to the viewers what the combo was.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
But yeah,
So
that'll do it then.
do it again. Cast Breya, and then start sacking the treasures with the treasures to pay for them if I get low.
Mm-hmm.
Throw the Extortionist again, and just hit y'all out.
And most importantly, Moto didn't crash this time.
It
so.
didn't.
Right. Well, we also aren't trying to actually go through this because I could probably get it to crash, but
With enough tokens, I think. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. I guess that wraps up this game. I'm good to concede to this.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
want to.
Yeah, no,
put,
you don't gotta
Olivia
click
through
that.
I mean, Well, and here's the thing, like, it wasn't turn 3 or anything.
No.
I look at all these pieces I had to get.
I mean, some people don't like combo kills, but I think that, like, I don't know. We played a normal game of Commander. I don't know what the difference between, like,
we did.
that and, like, Insurrection or whatever, you know, any other huge expensive
Torment
card.
of Hailfire,
Honestly, I will give you a little spoiler. Go ahead.
I think, please go. No, I was going to say, like, a turn 9 multiple card and everybody at once just, like, done with it is, I feel like, different from turn 3. Okay, well, you guys didn't get to play.
Yeah, I think that's relevant because I'm playing a few new cards. Well, I don't know how new they'll be by the time this episode goes up, but one of them that I was a little bit like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to play it or not, but it was the Salte Ultimatum, Emergent Ultimatum, which is another card that is more or less, if everyone's tapped out and no one can counter anything, you should be able to get, like, Omniscience and Enter the Infinite and something else like a Jace or something to just win the game on the spot. So I did include that package in my deck. And as I was putting it in, it's kind of the same thing. Like, it's not going to happen early in the game. It's not something I'm, like, trying to set up fast. Yeah. But it will end the game if I draw it. So I think that combos like that are, like, personally, they don't bother me unless they're happening really quickly and no one gets to play. If they're happening on, like, turn 8, turn 10, like, the game's got to end somehow, and I don't really see how it's any different than a big board and a Crater Hoof or whatever. Like, it's not really any different than that to me, so.
Yeah, I'm actually of the opinion that I think, like, combos that kill everybody at the same time, I think are preferable than, like, combat focus decks.
The long drawn out.
Yeah, and also combat focus decks that, like, only kill one person at a time. Because I always feel bad when I'm like, I murder one person really quickly because my deck is all about murdering just one person at a time. And then I get shut down, so I can't murder everybody else. And the other person can stay out for like an hour at a time. And that feels bad. I like combos where combos can take out the entire table at the same time. And then you can shuffle up together and start the next game.
Right.
So I'm always like team combo.
Okay. Whew, I was nervous about that. I was like, oh, someone's going to have an answer. And I was like, wait, you are all tapped out. Well, let's see if I can do it. See if I can do it. Breya, yay!
So I think this is actually a good segue to talk about everybody's decks and maybe some cool cards that you didn't get to showcase. So let's start with Olivia. We got to see Breya in action a lot in game 2. With that combo finish at the end. But were there any cards that pop up in your head that are really cool that you didn't get to showcase in either of the games?
Smothering Tithe.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I think actually this is a pretty, like, I didn't have any of the new stuff in there because it completely spaced putting in Ikoria cards, so that was silly. Didn't have that there. Dance of the Manse can be really fun in Breya, obviously, just returning enchantments and artifact cards back, which is always fun with this. I don't know that I had any really specifically, like, fun new stuff, but, Send Triplets would have been fun, but it's probably, I mean, I want to be friends with you guys at the end of that. The best that never showed up. So, yeah.
That would be like the one guest appearing. They're like, thanks, Olivia. We can't bring you back, though.
Can't wait to never see you again. Thanks.
Send Triplets is fine.
Yeah,
I know people will get a little bit salty with it, but I think the only time I get salty is if somebody denies me card draw. That's the cardinal sin.
And see, that's the thing. I didn't deny anybody card draw. I just had some for me too, but I never took the Monarch token for anybody. I just did it on my own. So yeah, you can have your card draw.
In fact, somebody was actually really gracious at the table for giving you card draw. Seth, let me know about your deck and what cool things you were showing.
So I obviously in our second game there got off to a bit of a slow start because of mana issues, but I really like this deck and might play it again. So the main idea of it is you saw the Meotians. I have all of those in there. I think they're, like, funny and expensive with Atraxa because you can keep adding more divinity counters, so they're, like, always indestructible and reusing them. But the main theme, that was kind of like a sub-theme. The main theme is sagas. I have pretty much all the sagas that I could in the colors, and you can proliferate through them really quickly with the help of Atraxa to get their modes faster. And then I do have some new cards in my deck, with the key one being Eerie Ultimatum. I mentioned the Sultai one, but really the ultimatum my deck is about is the Abzan Ultimatum, which lets you reanimate any number of permanents with different names for 7 mana in Abzan.
So good.
I can rush through all my sagas with Atraxa, get all their abilities, and then Eerie Ultimatum to get them all back all at the same time, and then go through them again with Atraxa. So that's really what the deck was trying to do. The other cool card that I have in the deck is the Ozolith, which doesn't do it that much because a lot of my counters are on permanent, a non-creature permanents, but it is really cute with the Myojins, because you can store up the divinity counters potentially if they leave the battlefield, which is cool. If you blink them or they get exiled, and then you can get them back from the graveyard and get a divinity counter on them without having to cast it from your hand, which is something that I don't think existed in Magic before the Ozolith came out. Like, I don't think there was any way to actually, like, make that happen and get a new divinity counter on something. But basically, kind of like Saga Reanimator Atraxa was the main plan.
Sounds spicy.
It sounds spicy. We got to see a little bit of what it was doing. Like, we did see a saga, at least one saga in the first game. I think it was Elspeth's Nightmare. And then we got to see some cool synergy with the counters, the book that drew cards, and then the Astral Cornucopia, which is just fantastic. It's just like a ramp card that like continues to ramp more and more every single turn with Atraxa.
Yeah, anything with charge counters that makes mana is really good. Although sadly, there's one called, I think it's Empowered Auto Generator or something like that. That's like Commander Battle Bond, but that's one that doesn't exist on Moto. So I had, you saw Cornucopia, Everflowing Chalice is another one. There's Crystalline Crawler, I think. But yeah, there is one of those mana rocks that works really well with Atraxa that just isn't on Magic Online at the moment.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, that looks really sweet.
Yeah, I could see revisiting it at some point.
Yeah, I think so. Like, the sagas as a concept, as an archetype, sounds like really cool. Like, it's kind of Enchantressy, but a very different twist. And with Atraxa, it makes a lot of sense. You get like double the value out of it.
And that's definitely something that's not like you see Atraxa and expect Saga Tribal.
I was totally expecting Infect, honestly. It seemed appropriate. All right, and now we got Etrata, and Etrata actually got Ceciris Beats. That was actually the deck I was actually most afraid of, just because repeatedly exiling creatures is very effective, and Etrata can't be blocked. So, Richard, we got to see some cool synergies with it. You even broke game one with some of the synergies. Well, what were some other cool cards that you didn't get to showcase?
Yeah, so I had a bunch of ninjutsu cards, so you can ninjutsu Etrata back to your hand. After the triggers on the stack, we have cards like Crystal Shard, Erratic Portal to bounce the commander, even the lands. I think you guys actually saw, I never got to use it. The Sanctum of Eternity can bounce my commander. And because I had all of these bouncing cards, I also had a lot of ETB cards. So I had Agent of Treachery. So I can just steal the problematic permanents. And my for fun card, which I had a dream where, I have Elbrus, the Binding Blade. So that's like a 7 mana equipment, right? When someone dies, it flips into a 13/13. Well, when you hit someone, it flips into a 13/13 flying, trample, intimidate. And when someone dies, it gets 13+1/+1 counters. So my dream was to hit someone with the 3rd bounty counter, kill him, flip the blade, turn it to a 26/26 flying, intimidate, trample. But it never happened. But yeah, there are a lot of cool things you can do with the Etrata. I think she's actually pretty good. Being unblockable has a lot of things. There's also cards that, like, when you deal combat damage, draw a card. And there's lots of ways. We also had phasing to help keep her around as well. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of shenanigans you can do to keep her on the battlefield and just assassinate anything.
Yeah, and it's a very unique style of play too. Like, this is not just like a straight up, like a typical Voltron deck. Like, she can kill in 3 hits, like a Voltron deck, but it's in a very unique way. And then playing around the drawback leads to like a really cool deck.
See, I had no idea.
Yeah, you can Strionic Resonator too.
I thought you were playing Breya game too.
Yeah, I somehow transformed into the Breya deck because I got all my clones.
And all the artifacts.
Oh, I had Mirror Gallery, which makes my legend rule not apply. So I had all my clones to clone Etrata as well to get in the extra bounty hits.
Well, it seemed effective, and I think like overall, everybody's deck got to do stuff at some point. Seth could not do a lot of stuff in game 2, but in game 1, it was definitely like a dominant position and everything. And I think like Etrata had really good showings in both games. I was really happy with Marchesa. There's just like a lot of fun cards that I like in the deck. And I do run like a bunch of the staples. The way I was going to kill Atraxa, by the way, I wasn't bluffing. I was running Comeuppance. And I could have, if you attack me, what it does is it prevents all damage that you would be taking from that attack. And it redirects that damage back to the creatures or the player. So if you were attacking me with Atraxa, what I could have done is I could have just played Comeuppance, and then Atraxa would have dealt 4 damage to herself and died. I was saving it for like a spicier attack, but if it was just Atraxa, I would have taken it. That would have been fine. It's just like one way to get the Monarch on your side. And most of the deck is like a Monarch deck. There's a lot of cards that have choice involved to them. You got to see most of what the deck wanted to do, but you didn't really get to see too much of the Pillow Fort and like misdirection type side of the deck. There's like goad. There's a lot of goad cards that force people to attack people that aren't you. Xantcha also, again, is forced to attack people who aren't you. Right of the Raging Storm makes a big token every single turn, but that also can't attack you. So the deck is all about like kind of giving your opponents ways to attack each other and then forcing them, goading them into attacking each other, making you very difficult to attack. So you get to like play the Monarch and be the Monarch forever. I really like the deck. It's one of my favorite like style of decks, and it had a pretty good showing overall. So pretty happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good little set of games we had. Well, a good 8 turns and then a game. So.
yeah, it was a good draw and then actual proper finish.
Right.
So that'll end this Commander Clash. Thank you so much, Olivia, for joining us. And before we go, is there any current projects that you want the viewers to know, or future projects that you want the viewers to know, and also where we can contact you and everything?
Absolutely. So since there's not really a lot of Magic Fest, cosplay is kind of on hold.
Yeah.
But I've been working on, like I was mentioning earlier, making some pretty sweet like hand-carved tokens for things. I made a Monarch token and then a coin counter for like Athreos and stuff. So that'll be on my website later, which is affinityartifacts.com. That's just the shop. I'm on Twitter at my last name at GOBERTHICKS. And then, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, we stream Paper EDH on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/affinityartifacts. So that's where you can find me and see what I'm up to.
Awesome. And all those links are going to be in the viewer description and also in the article section. So viewers, check it out there. And that's going to wrap up this Commander Clash. So 2 really sweet games, 1 half game and 1 full game. A really nice theme. I mean, these were all commanders that you have cosplayed.
I know, it was so cool. What a great idea. That was so nice of you guys.
And they're like also all like legit, really, really strong commanders too. So
I go for the legendary creatures because that's my format.
Yeah. So overall, hope everybody enjoyed. And until next time, everyone, see ya. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up with the latest and greatest, click on the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to check out similar videos, click on the links here and here.